All right, welcome in everybody. Thanks a lot for being here tonight. We got a great show lined up for you. Hope everybody likes creepy things, creepy movies. We got Halloween coming up right around the corner, so we figured we'd come on here and talk about some horror movies and their origins, where they came from, all that kind of creepy stuff. So I hope nobody's scared. If you are, you might want to turn the volume up because it's going to get better. As always with us tonight, we've got LW, the Mouth of Houston, coming in here. How you doing tonight, LW?
Hey, good. Good to hear from you guys, everybody in the chat. Thanks for showing up, and looking forward to it tonight. Looking forward to hearing from our special guest tonight. Should be fun. Yeah,
that's gonna be an absolute blast. And we have coming with us the philanthropist, the Instagram star, the lady who just bust all the pores, out of the scene all the time. Gutters Pub. How are you doing there, Gutters? And she's muted. Look at that. But she sounds great. How you doing tonight, Gutters?
I sounded really good to myself. Does that count? I'm doing great, and I can't wait to be creeped out.
Day jobs.
That's right. That's right.
And with us, here we got her back again, the studio recording artist, country music, just celebrity down here. KJ, how you doing tonight, KJ?
Hey, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, happy Friday, guys. Super excited to be here. We have some cool stuff to talk about. Whoop, whoop.
Yep, there's you, woot, woot. I know that's what everybody was waiting for. And we got our token mad scientist down here, Old Man Builds. How you doing tonight, old man?
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. And special guest joining us tonight, Larry Zonka, coming to us from, the Twitterverse, the land of the YouTube. What are you doing there, Larry Zonka? How you doing tonight?
Hey, thrilled to be here. Not that Larry Zonka, though, just in case anybody's thinking that.
Any Larry Zonka is good enough for us. So yeah, we do thank everybody for being here. We got this is streaming out live to lots of different platforms. It's going out on Gutters Pub's YouTube channel. It's over here on Traveling Fools. It's going out on Old Man Builds, and it's going out on LW's as well. So we've got people watching everywhere. It's going out on X, I guess that's what it's called. So we do thank everybody for being here. We're going to get this thing started here in just a moment. So everybody sit tight, and we'll get the wheels turning. So we do want to sit here. We do have some people coming in here. Just say hey to a few people. Matt Dummett's up in here. Good to see you, Matt Dummett. We got Kaylin Dunn in here. We got Dispatch Center. Good to see you, Dispatch Center. We got Mishka coming in here. Karen from HR. Always good to see you, Karen. Big Barney Ross coming in here. Good to see you, Big Barney Ross. And Multi. What's up, Multi? Good to see you. Old Man Builds in the chat. We've got Amy Davis. Good to see Amy Davis coming in here. We got Flatty. What's up, Flatty? Good to see you, Son Honey, coming in here. Let's see, Gutters Pump in there. We got Honest Jeff. Good to see you, Honest Jeff. We've got Christopher Stern. Good to see you, Christopher. We got Baker. Baker, we are missing you tonight. We need you in here. Baker, Mr. Producer. Always not good not having him. What is up, John? Good to see you, John. We'll say hey to some people on audit. If I missed your name, I did not mean to do it. We'll get this party started here in just a minute.
Listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
All right, how's everybody doing out there tonight? Thanks a lot for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you, no matter where you're watching from. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button down there in the bottom. It does help the stream get out there to all kinds of other people. Special guest down here tonight. We got Larry Zonka joining in with us. Let's say hey to him first. How you doing tonight, Larry?
Again, I'm just thrilled to be here, but I cannot play football for shit, so I just can't emphasize enough, I'm not that Larry Zonka. But also to, I think I see Christopher Sturm in there. I am 2 beers deep already, so you gotta catch up.
Well, there you go. Yeah, catch up with us. Cheers to that. So, you want to tell us a little about yourself? I don't know that anybody knows you. I mean, you don't tell any personal information. You don't want to do that on the YouTube, but, just, a summary or something.
Sure. Let's see. I teach college. I'm a philosophy professor, and most of what I teach is media. So I show movies, primarily horror movies, to students, and we use them to talk about culture, to talk about interesting historical ideas. I think they're the best way to explore some of this stuff. Plus, I really believe in showing students like the weirdest shit I possibly can. I think that's the purpose of college, expose people to some stuff that they might not see on their own. So yeah, that's about it.
I saw a lot of things in college I'd never seen before when I went, so yeah, I do understand that. Definitely saw a lot of new things when I went to college. I don't remember most of them, but good thing there wasn't cell phones around to take pictures back then.
Yeah, no kidding.
Preach.
That was a bad thing. So Larry, let's just go on ahead and go through here. Let's have fun here. So we're going to talk about horror movies tonight and their origin. So let's find a base right here. LW, what's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, I'm pretty basic. I like the first Halloween. I liked that when I was a kid. So I'd probably say that and Nightmare on Elm Street. The first one. First one was great.
Okay, I
Very
agree
good.
with that. What about you, Gutters?
Well, I'm not really a favorite of that kind of stuff, but probably The Shining, just because of its creepiness. I mean, I don't know. There's something about it. Like him in that whole face in the door and the way he went off his rocker.
Sticks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie, The Shining. What about you, Nathan? I know you're not a huge horror movie buff, but you got to have a favorite. What's yours?
No, man, I always get stuck watching Nightmare on Elm Street or Jason or something like that. But I don't get too far into the rest of them, man. They just creep me out too much.
Well, you're going to have fun tonight.
Okay.
Larry, come on. I know you're going to go outside the box a little bit on this one. I would assume. What's yours?
Not too far. I'm not one of those pretentious assholes. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't think it gets any better than that. The movie's fucking amazing.
I love The Thing. Yeah, that is a great movie. All right, KJ.
I would say Poltergeist. First, I don't have I'm like Gutters for sure. I don't have a fave, but The Scariest Pet Cemetery for sure. But I don't have a fave. I'm not gonna Well, I have rewatched it, but now that I'm older, I don't watch them like I used to. It's like roller coasters. You know what I mean?
I guess so. I guess. So you're saying you don't ride roller coasters anymore?
It's been like 5 years. Yeah.
Wow, I love a good roller coaster.
Yeah.
I do love a good roller coaster. And I'll just have to say, I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that's, of all the movies that just scared the bejesus out of me when I was young, I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That is a good movie. So I'll probably have to stick with that one as well. Yeah, so that being said, I got one more question for you. We got to get this out of the way. We ask everybody who comes on this show, and I ask everybody, I've actually got a whole video. I went through Miami and to the Keys asking this question. I got to get that video posted out there. We have one question we ask everybody. The answer really doesn't matter. It's just fun. Did we or did we not land on the moon in 1969?
So this is for me, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. You could have prepped me for this.
It's no fun. It's no fun for the prep.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't have much of a fun answer. For me, it's just a pretty straightforward yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's what we like to hear. You know what I mean? One way or the other, it really doesn't matter. It's just fun to ask people that question right off the bat. So yeah, we'll go on ahead and get started. We'll jump right into these movie things. What's up, Crypto Alchemist? Good to see you up in here. Some other people that we have coming in here. We got I can't even read some of these. Placers Play. I guess Placers Play. Good to see you, Placers Play. Do some diff. Yeah, good to see you too. Yeah. All right, so let's jump into the movies here. So which one's the first one we want to jump into? I think it was
Hills Have Eyes, I think.
There you go. The Hills Have Eyes. Anybody want to, so I guess it's what? That's a Wes Craven movie, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, the original is.
Right. So anybody want to give the synopsis on this? I mean, I can always do it, but other people, if they want to jump in, it really doesn't matter.
Well, I know a little bit about it. I'm sure Larry has lots more and can explain it way better than I can. No sense in me messing it up. But I got lots of information that I will fill in if he would like to explain it, because I know he knows about it.
I mean, I will if you want to, but
Of course.
I like listening.
Well, you're more than welcome to take it away if you would like to.
You bet.
I'll get us started then. So you got a family. They're driving through the desert. Desert that has had some nuclear testing in it. Car breaks down, and this family of another family, right? So you got one all-American nuclear family versus another like literal nuclear family birthed out of nuclear radiation that hunts them in the hills. I don't know, a bunch of strange cannibals. You got was it Pluto, Papa Jupiter, the wonderful Michael Berryman in the original. Some horrifying scenes. Man gets burned alive. Good stuff.
Yeah, and it's based off of, if I'm not mistaken, so it goes back to what was it?
It goes clear back to the 16th century.
Yeah, Scotland.
In Scotland. Yes,
Scotland.
And it was the Sawney Bean clan, and they basically. It started out as, I'm trying to remember the whole thing. It seemed to have been it started out like a gas attendant had told them to, well, no, it wasn't. That was the movie. I'm sorry. I'm getting messed up. See, this is why it's better if somebody else explains this
The
part.
gas attendant, he's out there, pumping that
In the 16th century.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I know it's the 16th century, but would you like leaded or unleaded, sir?
Well, it started. So it started out as a man and a woman, and them. He was actually a tanner by trade, and he had. He decided that that was not going to work for him, obviously, and they had stole stuff from people as they were walking through. This actually was set on the coast. In Scotland. And so as people were coming through this area, they lived in these caves and they would come out and steal all their goods. Well, they didn't want to get told on, and turned in, so they killed them. And then they decided, instead of going, just killing them, they'd go ahead and deal with their bodies by saving everything. They cooked and ate everything, and it gets pretty gruesome as to the things that they did. They ended up having they had one child and a couple more, and then decided that as these kids grew up and they had showed them how to become cannibalistic, and they decided that, well, now you needed to be have sex with your brothers and sisters. So now you had incest going within it, and they ended up with over 40 family members in these caves that went everywhere. So it was pretty.
Enough.
That is horrifying.
I know, it's so freaky. So they finally got caught, but it was like 25 years before they were actually caught. And they had actually I heard, from what I read, it was like anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 people that they had actually killed and ate. And when they finally went into the tunnels, it was, there were just miles and miles of bones and you name it. And they literally took care of these people like they were, butchering cattle.
Finger licking good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, too, it was King James was reigning then, and he actually led the thing to go up there and arrest him. He actually went and saw it for himself.
Yeah. And
I've
actually,
never heard any of that. That's gross.
The men, when they finally caught that, when they finally realized it and they went to trial, they were unfit to stand trial, so they just killed them all. And the men were actually cut up and dismembered and left to die, basically. Like they just kind of cut off an arm and a leg and there, you can die. And then the women were burned. So they, tried to give them a really torturous death, just to make sure they knew what it felt like.
Wow.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, Gutters did her homework. I see.
I did a little.
Well, I've never heard any of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty freaky. I mean, as I was reading about it, it was like, and like it really was the truth about, like, at the bottom of the first movie, I know underneath it said the luckiest ones died first. Dude, I can see why.
That's so sad. Jeez.
Yeah, so pretty freaky.
Well, I couldn't remember The Hills Have Eyes until you guys started explaining. I'm like, oh, I did see that. I saw the newer, I guess not that one, the one prior to this one. Because there was one in the 90s, right?
Yes,
This is
and then
70s.
There's
1977.
70s, and then this is 2006, I think. The image
Yeah.
here
Okay.
is from the
And then there's
Alexandre Aja version. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also
Okay.
one from 1985.
A sequel. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So that
Yeah, how did they have a sequel to this? It seems kind of like if they were all, but I guess they didn't really follow.
The Hills Have Eyes
yeah,
again.
they're based on true stories, and that's like a stretch, to make a lot of these things like this.
Inspired.
So for those who've seen both, or all three, I guess, which is the favorite, the 70s one?
Yeah, I haven't.
Generally, yeah. It's the most
I
highly
think
regarded.
so.
And there's a sequel to the more recent one too. Basically, like the next year, they did a Hills Have Eyes 2 for the reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say anything done by Wes Craven, it's hard to beat a Wes Craven film. I mean, even with, I'm not a huge fan of the modernization of, Alfred Hitchcock did a really good thing with letting your imagination do a lot. And, when it gets into, I don't know, I like the older stuff better. I'm just drawn to that. Maybe it's what I grew up with, but I like it better.
Craven's an incredible filmmaker, but let's not get it twisted. His stuff's pretty gory too. Like he was step for step for everything you see here in the 2000s. The major difference for me is that these early and mid 2000s movies, everything just has to look really dirty and grimy all the time. I don't know. That's not for me. But I love Craven's original. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I like it better too. All right, so there you go. You got The Hills Have Eyes. We got a bunch of these to get through. So I don't know if, here's the original story. I should have gone and done that slide like I should. Baker, we miss you, Mr. Producer.
Yes, we do.
I
see?
was wondering. Okay, so now I see
All
what
right.
you're saying. The caves. Okay.
Right, exactly. I actually put all this back in work to put all this stuff up here, and I'm not even using it. So next up, we got KJ's favorite.
Dude, so my gosh, this came out in 82. So by the time I started watching horror movies very young because I had older sisters. So I was probably like 3 or 4 when I saw Poltergeist. So super crazy. I love Poltergeist, but I thought it was cool. It's inspired by the Herman family from the 50s. They started having crazy stuff happening in their house. What you see in Poltergeist, like things moving around, religious things moving around in the house. But what I thought was kind of interesting is talking about the tops of the bottles and tops of stuff just popping off. So they called the spirit for the Herman family the Popper. And something they were looking at was it something like electrical? Was there something going on? Which I thought Nathan might find interesting because, they were wondering, was there something going on outside of the home? Do you know what I mean? Causing all these weird things
Nathan
going
out there
on.
setting off one of his Tesla coils.
The Tesla
out there
coils are like,
possessing children.
they're like, oh my God, we're haunted. But I thought that was interesting, and I'm like, oh well, who like, especially back in the 50s, they would never know. And like Duke University did some studies on it, and they never, of course, found out what really happened in the Herman family home. But all the crazy stuff inspired Poltergeist. So I thought that was just really cool. I love the movie. I think it's really scary. And the scenes and the number 2 and 3 are so good. I'm sorry, I think they're all great. But there's a scene, I don't know, Nathan, if you want to talk about that. Do you think that anything like that could ever happen?
Well, Tube TV's put off, I don't say, or they pick up electromagnetic waves. So anytime that anything gets close to it that has that going on, it'll show up as hands or anything else on the TV. So if your body's putting off a lot of waves like that, or if you took somebody over and possessed them and increased the level of energy in the body, you could just put handprints right on there and communicate through the TV that way.
Wow.
Freaky, huh?
Yeah, that's interesting. I never. Okay, so this is kind of real then.
Well, yeah.
Now, in the movie? Now, I don't know about the origin, but in the movie, didn't they build the house on a Indian burial ground?
Of course, it was on an Indian burial ground. Yeah, which you wonder how many places did they remove the stones and not the bodies? Like, let's be real. Like, that's probably. I'd have to say that's a common thing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think removing the bodies is a no-no too. Like you're disturbing them. So I mean, you have to go through like great lengths, supposedly,
Well, what I'm saying is they continue to build without doing it, but say because that's what they did. They removed the stones and they said we removed the bodies, and they didn't.
Oh, I see.
Right. So they made everyone think that they were living in these homes and it was okay. And it wasn't.
Well, they do that with big factories.
Oh.
They'll have like a factory explosion or something like that, and then it'll get buried over. So what you'll find is that somebody has a hole going in their yard somewhere, and then it'll open up and there's a whole factory underneath it.
What do you mean, like a sinkhole?
Like a sinkhole. It's the top of the factory finally gave in, and you can go down in there, and it's like a whole building on the inside. Yeah, they buried stuff all over the place. So they don't bother filling it all in either.
That's my greatest fear is sinkholes. Like, that's my ultimate.
Dude, those are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's your ultimate fear?
Like, that's my, yes. For some
God.
reason, that whole just instant, and you're gone. Nobody,
Dude,
I don't know.
Dude in his bed fell 50 feet. Do you remember? I don't remember where it was. Anyway, okay, sorry. Back to Poltergeist.
All right, back to this.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll try to stay on topic.
Focus.
Back to this.
Focus.
So we were talking about this a little bit, at the beginning, and I said, save it for the show. Save it for the show.
Okay.
So, we got this comment coming in here from Flatty. Take it away, guys.
Yeah. When I read about this, because that is such a scary part of the movie. When you're watching it, you're like, can you imagine me being 4 years old? I'm like, ugh. Anyway, those are real skeletons, and the actress didn't find out they were real until later. But they actually, back then, in the before the 80s, before I guess the 90s or whatever, they used real skeletons because it was too expensive to build. Like we have now, you can buy them at the store now for $40. You know what I mean?
They should have told her, though. She'd have looked more scared.
No, I love this scene. I think that is it's so cool, but it's so scary, and how horrifying to find out that you were really.
But like right as it popped up, if it said that's real, she'd have went. I mean, she'd have really had our. I mean,
you'd have been like, oh hell no.
Well, what I don't understand is it seems like, did they just, back then were skeletons just like in abundance? I mean, do you just go grab one off the street?
Well, you wonder, because if they use them for movies, that's freaking, did someone give them permission? Did they just dig bodies up?
No,
actually, let's ask our guest.
I was going to say real quick, for organ donors or people who give their bodies to science, this is what they do. So they sometimes end up in a museum where you see like half of their skin pulled off and then half of it's still there and dead. They do that a lot.
So do you think that's real? So do you think that's real?
Yeah.
It is.
The ligaments, like all the stuff like there. Do you think that's real?
I don't think that's
No, that's
real.
makeup. That's definitely a good appliance put on there. But yeah, I mean, cadavers were cheap. And so this was just a cost-saving measure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fucking wild way to save money, right?
But they'd be clean. But you're saying they'd be clean skulls, like they weren't like still.
Yeah. It's not like here's a mushy corpse. Do with it what you will.
It's so
and it wasn't
sad.
like people were donating their bodies to the movies. Like
That
they're like,
happens 10 minutes
They're like,
after
I'm
death.
finally famous.
right. It's grandma. But you all know about the poltergeist curse, right?
Well, okay. So I
Hey,
was
take
gonna,
it away.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
Well, so the primary thing is the deaths. You've got Dominic Dunn, the older daughter, who was killed by her boyfriend. And then the more famous one is Heather O'Rourke, the little girl, right? They are here little girl, who was misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease and died in like 87 or something. Just wild stuff. And then two other actors, Will Sampson and Julian Beck from other movies from the sequels. Like Julian Beck is the creepy, tall guy, mortuary-looking dude from the sequels.
Are you talking about the preacher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Julian Beck was amazing. He's fantastic.
He
in
was. That is the scariest vision of my mind of any scary movie in my whole life. That's it. That's
He's
him.
horrifying. He's
horrible.
But now his death wasn't mysterious at all. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer and died. But still, like, there are a lot of deaths associated with the movie. There are other weird things going on. It's not, it's not the same as some of the other cursed movies you might hear about. But it's still pretty creepy and coincidental to a lot of people.
Yeah, the black hat dude in Poltergeist 2 freaked me out. I remember people watching it, and I walk in and I say that, and it freaked me out. I was like, y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna go play football outside.
Dude, he's like, let me in. I'm like, no, I won't.
I mean, while we're talking about these curses, you all know the Omen curse, yeah? Which has much stranger stuff. Like where one of the cast members or crew members is on a plane, and the plane fucking goes down and hits a car, and the car is being driven by that cast or crew member's wife and child.
No
Like,
way.
Absolutely
Shut
insane stuff.
What?
I got
Yes.
it. I gotta look that
Wait,
up.
so come again? Say that again.
Yeah, so there's a cast or crew member on a plane. The plane goes down and it hits. And I may have the roles reversed here, but the point is that the person and their family die, but in two different vehicles that just randomly get involved in the same accident.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm with KJ. Oh my gosh.
I know. So with the curses, I do have to say though, with so I have to come down and be a realist, so I can calm myself down because I'm in the room. Anyway, I don't believe that. I mean, those were natural. Like a lot of those. Obviously, the murder was super freaky because it wasn't long after the movie was filmed. But like Carol Ann, the actress for her, passed like years later, and it was tragic. And all of them were tragic, but it's life, right? So I don't find that a curse. I understand where people can see that, but I have to speak my realist mind right there. That's it.
Always, crapping all over the party there, KJ.
Dude, well, come on. I gotta go to bed.
Right. Well, yeah. Your dog. You'll be inviting your dog upstairs, like from the.
He's
doll
already right
episode.
here. Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
every
right
time we do a creepy episode, KJ
My
takes your
dog's
dog upstairs. Yeah. So
there's
this is the real family, I guess. Correct. I got this clip here. This is the real family from this movie that it all happened from.
Well, yeah, inspired it. And do you know what I just noticed is the son looks like Macaulay Culkin's brother, who I love.
Kieran Culkin?
Does he not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
Wow, he does.
I'm like, ooh, that's kind of weird.
And the dad looks like a grown-up Eddie Munster.
Yes.
Right.
And so does the mom. I'm glad
that's
people
funny.
got better looking as time went on. Because, boy, you look at some of these old pictures of these people, and god damn, they're ugly.
I know.
But, yeah, this family right here looks like it fell out of the Addams family.
Yeah. Ba-na-na-na.
Right.
Ba-na-na-na.
No, life was just harder. I mean, the weird thing is those parents
Yeah.
are 22 years old.
Right.
Shutty.
No, I'm full of shit. It's
No.
just-
But no,
just
we've
kidding.
talked
Oh.
about that before. You look at
That was
pictures of
funny. I'm like, damn. They were.
No, you look at pictures of people though, like when you look at the Golden Girls and realize that they were like,
I know.
50, and I'm like, God, I'm almost 50. Like,
They were a little older than that.
no,
but
I
it
think
is
Blanche.
disturbing.
No, I think Blanche was like 49
Yeah,
or 50.
yeah.
years
Fucking
old.
Wilford Brimley was 49 in Cocoon. The man looks like he is 107 years
I
old.
love Cocoon. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I know. He's like, do you have the diabetes? It's like, God, that guy's like 90. It's like, no, he's 22.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Too fun. All right, let's move on to the next one because we got a lot to get through here. We're already 30 minutes in. We got to get Nathan's update too. I forgot to get that at the beginning, but we got to get the 3-Eye Atlas update.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we'll
for sure.
we'll chalk in after this next one and get that. Unless the next one, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, here's our favorite guy. LW still dreams about this guy every night. So, does anybody else know the history on this? You want me to kind of take it away, or?
I don't mind to step in on this one.
All right, you
you're talking
take
about
it
the Southeast Asian sort of spate of deaths. Is that what
Yes.
you're talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like, Wes Craven gets interviewed and asked where he gets the idea for this, and he references this 1981 case of, and I say 81, but that's when they started actually measuring it. The CDC started measuring it. It apparently been happening for a bit, but Southeast Asian immigrants, specifically from, I think, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, were dying mysteriously in their sleep, like elevated heart rates, and it was almost entirely men. Between 81 and 87, there were like 106 recorded deaths, or 104 or something like that, of men and one woman. And in 81, the first year they started measuring it, there were 25, 26 young men who died, all again in their sleep. And that was Craven's thing. He read about the story and goes, oh, what if here's the reason? Some burnt-ass face pedophile guy is killing them in their sleep.
Oh my gosh. That makes it so much scarier.
Oh yeah, and there's more to it too. Like, they make him a hat man, which goes back to the whole, the hat men, and like we talked about last week with sleep paralysis and people seeing, things like that with the hat man and shadow people and different things like that. So he's a hat man as well. So that was kind of part of Wes Craven's, inspiration there as well. Great movie. We get to see Johnny Depp smeared across the ceiling and all that. I mean, that's just absolutely golden right there.
One, two, Freddy's coming for you.
Yeah, now these movies are like
3,
they're
4, lock the door. 5. Sorry. All right.
So I'm making the squeaking sound.
Wait, who was that?
I have no idea. But I do know when I printed off the notes for these this fun show here, I normally don't do notes, but I did do some notes. The only one, well, I'll talk about that later. One of them printed different, which really freaking creeped me
great.
out. Yeah, so we'll talk about that later. What's up, Vapion? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I guess it was not much else to say about that. I guess it
Well,
comes
how-
from that. That was his inspiration, and I mean, goddamn good movie.
It's so good.
Well,
It's
they
so
never
good.
really did come up with an explanation, right? The best they could say is diet related, that there was some sort of nutritional deficiency and poor diet that was causing this, because as the immigrants lived longer in the United States, it stopped happening. But it's just speculation.
They were just
Did you mention-
undercooking chicken.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
No, Uncle Ben started making rice, and it became more more available. at
Did
that
you
point.
mention? I didn't even hear, like how many deaths?
It
Like
was
a range?
106, I think, over 6-7 years, from 81 to 87 or 88, maybe.
Yeah. So he was slow creeping.
And okay, so one of my problems with this movie here, real fast, not this movie, but the sequels, I loved, and that's why I put this this clip right up here. Sorry about the little white line across the top. That drives me crazy. But so in the original, it was so much scarier because he turned into like a badass in the latter ones, which irritated me. In the first one, he taunted them. Like this scene here where he comes out and his arms start stretching across, and he chases what's-her-face down that alley, and he's running back and forth behind her. It's like he could just reach out and grab her, but no. He's taunting her and taunting her. It's like a nightmare, and that's what made it so scary. It wasn't like the later ones. He's like, "Oh, I'm Freddy, I'm badass." You know, it's like, no. That one, he was so creepy and did everything slow, and it just made it so much scarier. I love this movie.
That's why I really like that one in Halloween, the original. It's because it wasn't like just straight to the gore. It was like suspense and kind of like a build up to it, you know.
Yeah.
I agree. Incredible film, but I mean, look, we would be remiss if we did not at least give some credit to Dream Warriors, the third one. It's a fantastic film. Freddy still is creepy and how to put it? He's a frightening presence instead of the jokey kind of goofball that he becomes later, like when he goes into a video game in Freddy 6 and kills Breckenmeyer and all that weird shit.
There's a Freddy 6.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's called
Oh,
Freddy's Dead.
there's one where you got like damn Freddy and Jason fighting on a spaceship or
I
something.
know.
No, that's Jason X. There's no
That's
Freddy
Jason
there.
X.
Okay, that's but isn't there a Freddy versus Jason?
There
Yes.
is, yeah.
Yes.
Freddy versus Jason.
I could.
I
that
do
was just
remember
horrible.
that one.
Horrible.
I didn't see that. Who won?
What's Dream Warriors?
It's the third Freddy
was
movie.
good.
Nancy comes back. I see a comment about that. Absolutely. So Nancy from the first film comes back. She's working at a mental institution, helping some student or some young kids who can't quite, escape the Freddy dreams. It's really good stuff. Tremendous
Isn't that
film.
the one where they kind of teach them how to go back into their dream and fight back against?
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And it's
Then
a
I
good movie. 1, 2, and 3 are good. One's, to me, there's no way to beat number 1. Very seldomly is there a sequel that's better. But maybe The Road Warrior might be better than the original Mad Max. Maybe, I don't know. There's very seldom a sequel's better. But, yeah, 2 and 3 were good. After 3, it just, oh my God, it got bad.
Yeah, I might watch them all tonight. I love the series.
Yeah, you're like, I'll just fall asleep.
Yeah, nothing like dreaming to that.
That's
I'll have-
hilarious.
I'll have Mrs. Fools waking me up, cussing me out at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. What the hell did you put on this TV? Like, sorry.
That's funny.
All right. Anybody else got any last notes on Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, but it's good.
All right. Well, let's pause right here. Nathan, let's give the floor to you. What about the 3i Atlas update? I mean, we all know we've got this giant, spaceship, as like some of these people on the internet are saying, coming to us right now, bringing all kinds of stuff with it. What is our weekly update on 3i Atlas?
So it's behind the sun right now, and they're saying right now it's in one of those positions where if it was going to slow down, then you would see thrusters starting to fire and make it available to slow down and put it in orbit where it could reach us at a normal speed. So they're going to say that's whether it's intelligent or not based on that. And then once it gets out from behind the sun, it's headed towards Jupiter. So they're going to take the Jupiter craft that's going on around there, and they're going to try to get pictures of it if our government works at that point in time. So we're going to find out there. It's 100 times to 1 million times larger than any other previous interstellar objects. And then let's see. Yeah, basically on October 29th, it'll be the closest it's ever going to be to the Earth. So that's going to be kind of cool. So you can see it on your telescope, hopefully, and we can avoid some of these government agencies. And then, let's see. We're still waiting on the Mars cameras over there to give us some kind of high resolution image of it. The 19th of December, it's going to be... let's see. It's be by Earth is what it says right there. Okay, sorry. October 29th. It's 203 million kilometers from the sun. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So basically, it's hiding from us right now, but, we're going to find out some information here soon. It's probably just going to go on to Jupiter, just like it would. The crazy thing is it came into our solar system and went by Mars, Venus, the sun, and it's going to go by Jupiter. It's going to make every single mark at the closest possible point that it could going through our solar system in that trajectory. That's why they're saying it's intelligent. So that was what was going on in the first one. Now, that's the 3i Atlas. There's a second one, and this is, I'm just going to say this is in the woo. This is I don't know how reliable it is because it was some fake Michio Kaku guy in AI talking to me when I watched it. So there's a second one coming. It's classified as C202SR2 Swan, and it's supposed to be bigger than 3i Atlas. And they haven't been talking about it, so I don't know that it's confirmed or anything like that. And that's supposed to be from the Aquarius solar system. And they're basically saying, and this is why I think it's full of, that it comes in orbit with our solar system every 22,554 years, which would match the last ice age. So, it's pretty interesting stuff.
That's kind of spooky right there.
Yeah. If that's true, then it matches the legends written in, a bunch of the hieroglyphs.
Wow.
All right. Well, there's your end of the world update.
Thanks.
We're screwed. Get a horror movie made out of it.
I mean, that might actually be is scarier than all these movies put together.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right.
I'm glad I filled up my propane tank last week.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, Larry, have you been following the 3i Atlas at all?
No, this is all new to me.
Oh, so you haven't heard about this. You need to look into that 3i Atlas. It's enormous, and it's coming. It's like one of the only few interstellar objects that we've ever seen. And what did it lose? It lost it's glowing weird colors. It's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. The pictures they're getting from it is like nothing we've ever seen before.
Yeah, drink more beer, Larry.
Yep. It's coming from the exact spot that did.
I'm almost ready for 3. Hold on.
Slacker.
So it was glowing green, and then it was pushing the instead of a tail behind it, it had a tail in front of it, and then it was going back and forth, flipping back and forth between a tail in the back, tail in the front. It was crazy. Yeah.
And it came from almost the same exact place as the WOW signal that they got. When was that? Was that in the 70s or?
Yeah, it was by the Sagittarius system.
Right.
Back in
so
the
it's
70s,
moving into us. It's going right through our solar system, looping by. It's going to loop by like every planet, and coming through here. They said it lost. It's absolutely enormous. It lost. I want to say it was like 200 million tons going by the sun or something. And they said if you took Manhattan, what it lost was the coat of paint on one of the buildings. I mean, it's enormous.
Yeah.
And it's coming right by us. So
now,
that
where do you
should be
find
cool.
most of that stuff, Nathan? Like the good information on that?
I just listen to the Abbey Loeb guy, and then I try to go on and verify everything he has to say. Look on the NASA sites and stuff like that, just to see if the information's correct. Some of the stuff, like I said, I tried to verify it. There's no verifying it. There's a couple of numbers out there and stuff like that actually exist of the things that say like the Swan and stuff like that, but there's no there's no thing out there because they said it was like 5 times the size and stuff like that of 3i Atlas, which would have definitely set off every bell and whistle over there on TikTok. And that one guy would have been talking to us about it for years. You know what I mean? As he brings the stuff across the screen and shows us all the little missiles coming out of the sides of it. Yeah, that would have been like the headline. So I don't know that it's real.
Yeah, because I was looking up, I had a little time today. I was looking up some of that stuff today. It's hard to filter through, what's real about it and what's fake because there's so much. Imagine that the internet doesn't have a lot of accurate information sometimes. But.
Believe everything you see on the internet. One last moon or lunar kind of thing like that, or space thing. We do actually have, and I don't know quite the exact info on this, but apparently we're going to have another moon for the next 20 to 30 years. So it's not really going to be visible in the night sky, but you'll be able to see it with a telescope. Earth will have another moon orbiting around it for the next 20 to 30 years, something like that. It's another huge rock that has some kind of gravitational thing with the sun, and it is actually going to be going around Earth for, some things say till 2083. I'm not exactly sure on that, but that is something new to look into as well, that Earth apparently is going to have 2 moons for the next 20 to 30 years. So that should be interesting.
I just saw that when I was watching the end game. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Okay.
I was just watching the end game.
And we are, score update here. We are in a shootout between Cal and Virginia Tech over here. They're in the second overtime, so we'll see what happens with that.
Nice.
All right. Any other, space news we need to get to, or we keep trolling along with this?
No, we can move on.
All right. Yeah, so the end of the world is coming. Make sure your gas tanks are full and you stock up on beef jerky. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's get into another horror movie that just exemplifies it. Yeah.
That's
Got
right.
any of those?
Well, here we go.
There you go.
Murder.
Yes.
We'll go to this guy's house.
What's it say on the top? Grand what? Central?
Round
No,
Rock.
it says
Round Rock.
Round Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
does
does
not
anybody
say
want to take
Round Rock.
this? You want me to?
No. No, I'm not talking about up there. I'm talking about below the eaves.
What?
Below the eaves. This is something large.
Grand
Lounge.
Central
Oh, Grand
Cafe,
Central
Club,
Cafe.
and Car Lounge.
There you go.
Oh.
How in the fuck did you see?
Yeah, put your glasses on.
I can't see it.
You know, at
And I
39
have my-
years old, you have to start wearing glasses. Got
Hey.
I saw this movie when I was 6 years old. How horrible is that?
Childhood.
Who does that?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
I know. My
Right,
sister.
so everybody knows
You had a
Texas
healthy
Chainsaw.
fear.
Everybody knows Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 movie. It absolutely horrifying, based on a true story there as well. I guess it kind of goes to, is it Ed Gein? How do you
Gein, yeah.
Gein.
Yeah.
So it's one of the ones loosely based off of Ed Gein. Now there's that new show. Isn't that new show on Netflix? Maybe somebody I haven't
Charlie
watched.
Hunnam's in it, yeah.
Oh, okay, so Larry, have you watched it?
No, I have not, but
Oh.
I will if I get a chance. Yeah, Flatty mentions it too in the chat. But yeah, not seen it yet. Plan to.
I watched. I've watched like the first 3 episodes of it. Pretty good. It's creepy. It skips around. It goes like from forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. But pretty well done. It's interesting to watch. Yeah, basically this movie, the guy, they're cutting people up and serving them out in barbecue, right?
Yeah, chili and stuff. Especially if you watch the second movie, the old chef guy takes carved up folks and does a chili cook-off in like Austin or Dallas or somewhere.
Okay, so now here
Everybody
here's
was
the question.
arguing if there's beans in it or not.
Yeah, okay, but that's what we're
There's
doing
a-
right now.
There's
LW.
actually
That's
human
what we're doing
remains
right
in
now.
it,
So, Larry, we've all had this conversation, kind of like the moon landing. Do you or do you not put beans in your chili?
You don't want to ask me that question. I'm a fucking weirdo. My chili is just it's just beef and tomato sauce.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's spaghetti sauce.
Dude, I have broccoli, black
it's more or
olives,
less
mushrooms.
Cincinnati chili.
beans.
Broccoli
I
and
put
chili.
veggies.
No
I put
thanks.
lots of veggies in my chili.
We're removing
and meat.
KJ from the chat. She puts broccoli. in
No.
so-
I
What
put
the
tons
hell?
of veggies.
The
Yeah,
whole
that's
it's
bean
called,
so
but that's called
conversation.
vegetable soup. KJ,
no
FYI.
vegetable soup is different. I make that, but
That's
This is
I'm pretty
chili.
sure there's like a law against that.
Yeah,
no.
no broccoli and chili.
I'm not going to
This
eat
is
beans and meat. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't eat
Why?
beans. They get in the way of the meat.
disgusting. I like a little bit of bean in my chili.
don't-
I like a little
Yeah.
less.
Gotta have
Yeah,
some
me
beans,
too.
man. You
Yep.
can't have like a campfire without the beans, so you gotta have the beans.
I don't
Chili's
like Marvin to
campfire
have the
food.
Well,
beans,
you know,
but I like the beans.
Good for your heart. The more
All
you
right,
eat.
back to the
Yeah.
movie. Back to the movie. So, yeah. So Ed Gain, he's obviously, what was he? He was like the body snatcher basically, and he would like use like the human remains and stuff, and like wear the masks of skin. Am I wrong? Like,
Yeah. Well, and he also slept with them, and
Yeah.
he was just. I mean, obviously, he was
Uh-huh.
mentally ill, and he was isolated, and it was the show. I had to finish it, but it was just horrible. But I had to go and research it as well, and there's really not a lot except, there's not, because it was so long ago. There's not a lot of pictures or anything like that. But just wow, and when just so much. It was. I couldn't imagine being that actor playing that part. How do you come back from that?
I don't know. It's horrible. Now,
Yeah.
now the whole thing about with Ed Gaines and all that, he wasn't a cannibal.
No, yeah.
That was just thrown into this movie to
Really?
Yeah, no. I don't think he. Am I wrong on that one?
No, you're right. At least as far as I know, anyway. I mean, most of this movie was, and I got to remind everybody, this mostly bloodless movie. Like most of the gore is off screen. People are hung up on meat hooks, but you don't actually see the hooks going through for the most part. It's kind of a magic trick. But like the whole opening where you have John Larroquette kind of stoically reading about this true story of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's full of shit, but it sets the tone. It terrifies the audience, and it's enough that there was a guy out there trying to wear skin masks or make dresses out of skin for them to draw a kind of connection. And it works. Like, people still think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of a thing that happened. When I teach this film in class, students who know nothing else about it will swear to me that this is a real event.
Yeah, because I was thinking like the water tower in the back of Round Rock. That's just right outside Austin. When I used to live in Austin, I used to go to this karaoke bar in Round Rock. I always heard that, and I was like, "There's no way this happened here. There's no way that happened."
How was the chili?
It had a couple toes in it, and but it definitely didn't have beans. It's Texas.
All right, yeah.
Well, at least it didn't have beans.
Yeah, at least it didn't have beans or broccoli. For the love of God!
Oh, yeah, thank
Broccoli.
God.
No.
All right, so there we go. We got that one tying into the same thing, same
I love
inspiration right there with the Gaines, and however the hell you say his name. We got Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock film, 1960, I think.
Yeah,
1960.
1960.
Yeah. So we got what Marion was her name. She steals a bunch of money from her job. She's on the run. Stops at Bates Motel. And this is an iconic house. Isn't this still in Hollywood?
I'm sure it is. I don't actually know, but I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I think you can still go visit this set. I think it's still there. Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
There is a replica of it, if it's not the original, but there is a replica of it on the Hollywood Studios set at Universal Hollywood. I can't say that because I've been there.
Okay, well maybe that's what I'm thinking of then. Yeah, so Norman Bates, great movie. Love this movie. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen it, so you really don't have to say too much about it. He's basically, I think this one's more true to the thing with the mother and the being because I guess that's kind of how the thing with the Ed Gaines, whatever. He was like mama's boy sitting there, so that kind of ties into this one. He was into, the what do they call it when you stuff animals and stuff? What is the word?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Yeah.
Doing all that kind of stuff, so that got him into doing, keeping his mom sitting there in the weird chair,
Hi,
rocking
Mom.
chair scene. Yeah.
I'm
Super
Bobby
creepy,
Mom.
wearing the dress, doing the whole thing.
I know what you talk about, KJ.
I know. Okay, good.
Wasn't that the first movie to ever show blood or something?
The
Well, I
Psycho
mean,
movie.
It was what the blood was, right? Basically chocolate syrup.
Right.
But
Wasn't it the first movie to actual show a form of blood? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but for some reason I'm thinking that.
That was the first horror movie, really, wasn't it?
No. You had Universal Monsters decades before, not to mention the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, all sorts of things before then. But this
Neferatu or whatever.
Nosferatu, 1932, maybe.
Right. Yeah. I mean that goes
H.W.
back.
Murnau.
Yeah.
But bringing the
Frankenstein.
blood, that would make sense. Making it the first, gory. If it did.
I think it's the first movie that shows a toilet flushing as well.
That I remember. Yeah. I can't speak to the blood, but I do remember the toilet.
Yeah, y'all are exactly right. Psycho is often considered the first movie to show blood, but it was Nosferatu, 1922.
Would be the first horror movie.
Well, or just to show blood.
Okay. So blood would be Nosferatu, but Psycho toilet flushing. All right, there we go. We're getting our facts straight. I like it.
Well, did anyone get into the Bates Motel series?
A little bit.
It was so good. I'm so surprised not more people. I loved it. Anyway.
I kind of lost interest.
Oh, I loved it. It was so good.
One of those ones you watch 5-6 episodes and you start trailing off, Kind of the way I looked at it, at least.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't know.
So anybody else got any other insight on this one, or?
I love both. The remake with Vince Vaughn was good too, but I really enjoyed those movies.
The
that
sequels
was
are
good.
actually really good.
Yeah.
The somehow surprisingly good. You would not think that Psycho 2, 3, and 4 would be worth a damn, but they are really interesting movies. Anthony Perkins, I want to say directs at least one of them, but I could be wrong on that. Definitely worth watching if you enjoy Psycho. They are different movies. Don't go in expecting more of the same thing that you saw here, but they're fascinating movies. And I just, as such a film nerd, have to talk about the way that the shower scene is cut, like just how brilliantly that scene is edited, the constant shifting between perspectives to show motion. Like you're not seeing anything scary happen, but it's so much more horrifying than watching a knife penetrate skin, because, as is the very common thing, your mind has to fill in the blanks, and what we fill in is so much worse. But yeah, there are dozens of cuts there, and it's arguably like the best horror scene ever shot.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's kind
Absolutely
of like earlier I was talking about that with, I like the old Alfred Hitchcock things. I like the letting your mind, because your mind, when you see something and it looks fake, like a lot of this new AI, or not even AI, but just the, the way they shoot these things now, and it's fake. It's all computer generated. It looks fake. But what your mind can imagine is so much scarier than some
100%.
something that they're showing you that they want to look like. It's like, no, the CGI, that's the word I'm looking for. A lot of the CGI stuff they have now, it's like, well, that's CGI, that's just fake, I'm not buying it. But when your mind thinks about it, it's like reading a book. I know nobody does that anymore. But it's like
I was
reading
about
a
to say the
book.
same thing, like reading a really good book. You create the movie in your head,
Yeah, you ever read a book and you have this glorious thing going, and then you watch a movie about it and you're like, God, that's not what they're supposed to look like. That's not it. They ruined it. No, that person's supposed to look like this. You Yeah, your mind is definitely scarier than what they're going to show you. So I guess this is here's the actual real picture of them, I guess, arresting and going and getting, Gaines. Is it Gaines or Gaines?
thought
I always
it
heard
was
Gain, but
Gaines.
Gaines. Okay, so here's the picture. So this is the real guy right here. I like his hat. Kind of reminds me of who was the cartoon character?
Oh yeah. What's
You
his
laugh.
name with the?
Was that the
Elmer
Wascally
Fudd?
Wabbit?
Are you thinking
Elmer
of Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd?
Right.
That's exactly.
It's out there skinning rabbits.
What does he say? Yes.
You Wascally Wabbit.
I don't know how you can look at any fucking thing but that creepy smile. Like, how are you even looking at the hat? Look at his face.
Right.
I mean, he's just. It was really interesting how they, like in the show, because this is the only knowledge I've had of this dude, and I've seen all these movies, had no idea of who he was until I watched that Netflix thing, and he is just wow. He is. I mean, he is mentally ill for sure,
Oh, yeah.
But it was interesting how they portrayed his kindness and everything, and I can totally just see it. You know what I mean? Like living around somebody like that you're like, oh, he wouldn't hurt a fly. You know what I mean?
He just wears his mom's lingerie.
Right. Yeah.
He
It's
wouldn't
normal.
hurt nobody. All right, he's all good. Yeah, he fell straight out of a Bird Eyes catalog.
Bird eyes. But it was just, they really did a good job. And the dude who played him, really hot dude from that biker show. Wow. Ugh. I couldn't imagine coming back from playing that part. I don't know. It's crazy to think about. But they did a really good job. Except I had to fast forward a lot.
The guy in the background, though, wearing it's almost like Kim Jong-un wearing like a Russian hat back here in the background. Like, he's a time traveler.
Yeah, and he's about as in focus as a Sasquatch photo.
Right, exactly. Right. So we took the picture with the potato, but we want you to believe it.
That's funny.
Yeah, so there's the real guy. There's the look in the face of a psychopath.
Look at that sweetheart.
Yeah, he looks good. Wonder if he's wearing a brassiere under there.
Oh.
I don't know why that popped into my mind.
That's why he's smiling.
Yikes. He's like, if they only knew.
Oh God.
So gross.
The Sears catalog wish list. It's like, why are you circling all these?
Oh, that's
supposed to be in
funny.
the toy section. All right, so there we go. I guess we've done enough with Elmer Fudd here.
Oh, I see something in the chat. Hold on, I want to respond to it. Yeah, the Splinter in the Eye is a Fulci movie. It's probably several Fulci movies, but I think the one you're talking about might be Zombie, Zombi. There was one a bit earlier where somebody asked the question. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But yeah, it's definitely Fulci, might be Zombie, but he does that stuff in a lot of movies.
Oh, there we go. I'm glad, because I wasn't sure what that comment was referring to. Good to see you, Wig Reeves.
I knew a Russian who dated Ron Jeremy in Key West.
I just read
I
that.
had to read that.
I just want everybody to know that we've been called these people.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's
before
not-
or
By our
after he's gone to
producer.
prison.
Okay. Sorry.
Wait, we've got Mr. Producer coming in here, giving us hell. Hey,
yeah.
big shout out, though. I don't know if he's listening, but Papa Baker, it is his birthday today. Baker, who
Oh my
produces these shows for us.
gosh.
It is his dad's birthday today, so, Papa Baker, I hope you guys are having fun out there at that cabin in the woods. So, speaking of cabins in the woods, don't watch this show anymore.
Papa Baker was awesome yesterday.
Yeah, he was awesome. He actually came on us in the back chat when we were putting the show together.
Oh,
We
nice.
talked to him for about 15 minutes last night.
Dang it.
He's like one of us, more than Baker is.
Yeah, we tried to trade him in for Baker, but he didn't want nothing to do with us.
You should bring him on.
All right, so moving right along. I know everybody, you have 7 days. Yeah, this movie. Anybody want to take this one?
Well, hold on. You have Dusty in the chat says Old Frankenstein is his favorite movie. I got to disagree, man. Young Frankenstein's the best. We got to give a plug to Abbinormal, bro.
Right.
Abbinormal plug going in right there. Yeah, Young Frankenstein. Oh my God, what a good movie. He's like, Werewolf, Werewolf, Their Castle. I love that movie. What knockers? Yeah, it's great. Great. I love that movie. Gene Wilder was a king. Good to see you too, Mr. Duggar in the chat. We got some Dusty. Good to see you, Dusty. Good to see everybody out there. Thanks for tuning in. We surprisingly we got 243 wonderful people watching us right now across all different platforms. We're going out live on X. We're going out live on Old Man Builds channel. We're going out live on Gutters Pub. We're going out live on LW's channel. No matter where you watch from, we appreciate each and every one of you being here. So thanks. Hope we're at least a little bit entertaining on your Friday night. Onto the ring. Anybody want to take this?
Not
No.
me.
Nobody's speaking up on this one. All
I
right.
don't know the background.
You don't know the background.
Mm-mm.
Larry, do you know
excited.
the background on this one?
Bring it on.
No, the J-horror is actually a blind spot for me in the stuff that I study and talk about, so take it away.
All right, cool. So this originated back from so it's a remake. The one we've seen was a remake of the movie Ringu, a Japanese horror movie.
And it
So
only
it
got that
goes-
name later, right? I think the Ringu part of it, like that may have just been Ring or something, and then it got changed to Ringu. Sorry, I
think
know I
so.
said I was going to shut up, and then I started to talk.
Well, oh, no. Chime in anytime. I'm not, I don't speak Japanese. I kind of like the food. But, I really don't know what the hell they're saying half the time. So I didn't know if that's just, not exactly sure. But I do know, like, the original. So it goes back to Japanese folklore from, like, the myth of Owiya, something like that. So there was a girl married some lieutenant or something like that. She goes back, she steals a dish or does something. She does something wrong. She does, blah, blah, blah. Well, they end up, it goes to some temple, and she thinks that and I'm probably getting this whole damn story wrong, but some kind of crazy thing happened. They got pissed off at her. They threw her in a well, wham, bam, she's done. Well, then she starts coming back and haunting people and doing these things. So that is kind of the inspiration for that. I mean, they do take a lot of liberties as far as making the movie what it is, but there is still the well. It's got like steel bars over it and like, welded shut and everything. And they say, oh, it's to keep her out, Yeah, hibachi. Hibachi's really good, Amy. I like it too, as long as it doesn't come with a Samara delivering it to me out of a television, because that would be actually horrible. But super scary movie. It does go back
It's really
to Japanese
sad.
folklore. What is that?
It's a sad story.
I guess. I don't know. It scared the hell out of me the first time I watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't I watch this movie with you?
Yes.
Yeah. And you were like freaking out, and I called the phone, and you like screaming. Yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Horrible, but it's a super sad story, really. And a lot of those horror stories with the girls, like, it's always someone who's like been hurt or tortured or trapped or some way, and then they come back and they're like, "F you, we'll get
That's
you."
very common in Japanese storytelling and folklore, I think, right? So this is you mentioned the kind of folk traditions fools. This is an Onryo, if I'm remembering right, which is this vengeful spirit. You see something similar in like The Grudge, or Ju-on was the Japanese
The
name
Grudge.
of it. But yeah, it's almost always some injustice is done, and so they hang around and then fuck people up. But the thing that I see in the Japanese version of these stories most often is they're not going after someone who necessarily deserves it, someone who necessarily was connected to what happened to them. They are just like vengeance embodied, and so they will often be killing innocent folks pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is there any so you've studied this a lot and you teach a lot of this. Is there anything behind that? What's the logic in that? Is there anything to it, or is it just random?
Speculating here, but it probably has something to do with the dominant kind of religious structures there. Like Buddhism is certainly very big and I've taught classes that engage with this, and so a lot of the folk stories involve spirits that just sort of hang around because they are not able to continue on in the cycle of rebirth, and they are always continuing a cycle of suffering. So again, pure speculation, and that's not
sad.
even the most dominant. Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
absolutely very sad. But yeah, not even the most dominant religion there. But there's something to that. I have taught a whole book of Buddhist folk stories, and they have elements of this.
So they're just angry.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
angry, and then they spread that anger around, which is very much a Buddhist lesson, right? The more that you put back into the world, the more attached you are to it, and the more you attached might not even be the right word. It's more like you're chained to it.
Vapion in the
Yeah.
chat, he says the Japanese had it right. Once the woman gets annoying, throw her in the well.
Wow.
Vapion,
I
ouch.
appreciate that. Who's that?
Ouch. All right, well, you know,
I'll
quit
make
putting
sure to-
Listen, quit putting broccoli in the chili, lady. And
It was Wig Reeves. It was Gore Verbinski that made the American Ring. If that's what you're talking about, pretty sure it was Gore Verbinski.
yes, it was.
Well, it was so good. It was really good. But that's
it
so
was
cool. I
scary.
didn't know the background.
Yeah, it actually comes. And here, speaking of my slides that I spend a lot of time, here's the original movie, I think from the Japanese version. And here is depictions of the original, like, you know, paintings from Japan talking about the old folklore and stories that go and coincide with it. I love that. I love that Asian art. That's always super cool.
Yeah.
So you can see her coming out of the well, taking on these people. So yeah, once again, there's another one based on something that, comes from folklore.
Yeah. Very cool.
Next up,
Oh man.
here you go. Anybody want to jump on this one?
Well, I just have to say, my husband and I watched this together when it first came out. Gosh, I don't even, was it 08? I don't even know. Because it had,
Yeah, 08. Yeah, you're right.
okay, so it had, what's her name? Beautiful Aerosmith's daughters.
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yes. And dude, I thought it was so good. I was horrified. And then people were like downing it. I'm like, what? I thought it was so good. I thought it was scary. It was so well made. Like, that was something I could see happening in real life. You know what I mean? Like, no other stuff that you're like, is that possible? This kind of stuff. Yeah, you could see that happening.
Now, you know people who made this movie. You know that, correct?
Right. Yeah,
Right.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our family business, people that we know, they actually made this movie. Super scary.
Which I didn't know at the time, actually,
No,
when I
you
saw
didn't?
it. No, I
Yeah,
had no idea. And I was like, we were talking about it one night, and then I'm like, what?
Oh, that's
We
cool.
love that. It's
Yeah,
so
it was
funny.
a good movie. I liked it.
I loved it.
Creepy. This is another like randomness of these people just go and taunt. They follow this couple back to this this house, and it's like their little remote vacation after some wedding, and they wake up and there's these people dressed like this knocking on their door.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's what we're going to talk about anyway, but it's the Mansons. I mean, it is that
Right.
situation that really did happen. Like, how horrifying. And it's so real. And there's freaks out there. And has everyone seen this? Is there anyone on the panel that hasn't seen this?
I have
haven't
not.
seen
I have not.
Oh, y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. It almost aggravates you though, because it's the typical, kind of a typical Hollywood movie in a lot of ways. So they're in a house. They get these people, and they're dressed like this, and they're just random. This isn't like a thing where these people have some vendetta against, against
They
this
just
young
wanted to hurt
couple or
somebody.
anything. They're just taunting somebody who they want to taunt. So they're out there and they're basically hunting them and with the intention of, offing them at the end of the point. but they're teasing them, and just stalking, knocking on the door, standing there, standing in the front yard, saying they find a gun, of course, and they don't know how to load it. They don't know how to do any. It's one of those typical movies where it's like, oh my God, just fix the problem, Right. If these people ever come knocking on my door, good luck.
Seriously.
Strangers. It's going to be a bad day for you. But it's one of those movies where it gets a little frustrating at that point. But I like the movie, and it is scary, and it was inspired by, the Manson family, and with the Tate, Sharon Tate, and all that jazz.
Yeah, that movie. If you haven't seen that, and those are the type of movies that you're into, more real life type of horror movies. It's such a good movie to watch. And Liv Tyler. I mean, come on.
What's the name of this one?
The Strangers.
The Strangers, everybody. They were asking in chat.
Yeah, and it's pretty good, and it was.
Yeah.
And they did take some of the thing, if I'm not mistaken, the director, and took some of it from, inspired by the Halloween movies as well. But one of his main inspirations was, the Manson family and the Tate murders and all that kind of jazz.
I mean, while we're on the subject of home invasion movies, I know we don't have a graphic for it, but any of y'all ever seen When a Stranger Calls? The original from '79.
Yes.
No. Let me. Oh.
It's the urban legend, right, of the babysitter keeps getting phone calls. Have you checked the children? Have you checked the
like
children?
Scream?
But it's always, have you checked the children, right? Yeah, they're fine. And then the police tap the call and call back and say, hey, the call's coming from inside the house. It's one of the best openings to any horror movie ever, but it kind of shoots its wad in the first act, and the rest of the movie cannot live up to it. But Carol Kane in that movie.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I love her.
If you like home invasion stuff, check that out.
I will.
If you like home invasion stuff that pisses you off in the way that Fools was talking about, watch Michael Haneke's Funny Games. It's a home invasion stuff where, as a viewer, you just can't win. Like, nothing you want to happen goes right.
I've never seen that. Now, let me write that down. Which one is that? Because
Funny games. And when
he's just naming off movies. I'm typing in to make sure I watch.
Well, these are exciting because these are the type of movies that I like. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch anything demonic. It just, my mind, like, but like real life stuff, like I can watch. I like Dateline and such. I'm 39.
She's 39.
She's 39. Agatha Christie still makes her, shiver in her knickers.
Shiver in my knickers, bro.
I think that just made her shiver in her knickers.
Oh, that was funny. I ain't had my knickers mentioned in a minute.
They definitely haven't been shivered in, huh?
Yeah. Ed Gaines done stole them from you. So you say it's called Funny Games? That's
Funny Games, yeah. There's an American remake by the same director.
What year?
They're shot for shot the same thing, so you could watch either one.
What year would it be?
I'm gonna say 98 or something like that for the original, maybe, and
just
2006. I'll find it real quick. I'm pulling off the top of my head. Sorry.
Right. No. Don't apologize.
That's awesome. Cool. I'm gonna
2007 for the remake and 1997 for the original. So it was a year off on each. But
all right, I'm gonna check that out. I haven't seen that, so I'm always into it, and I'm with KJ there. I like the more realistic ones. I'm not into the demonic possession movies as much. They just, I don't know, maybe.
I used to. Now I'm like,
they creep me out. They're a little too just weird.
They stick with you. You can't go to the bathroom and feel good about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just don't feel right after you watch them.
No. As you get older, you realize that.
Yeah, so there's the inspiration there. There is the Manson. And look at how they're all smiling as well, going through there in jail, and they're all smiling and being...
Freaks, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you think that had anything to do with, Roman Polanski just going off the edge and doing horrible things that he shouldn't have done? And,
No, I think he was already going to do those things.
Okay. Had nothing to do with that. It just gave him the out. Yeah.
Well, and Can I mention
Yeah.
what was the Brad Pitt movie?
Oh, you're thinking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
When they did that movie and I watched it and I realized what they were doing, it like so cool. I was like, if that had happened that way, how cool would that have been?
It was so vindicating for so many people, right,
Man.
who lived through the story to watch it and then get that a sense of justice.
Yes. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that was so good. It was so good. I love that.
That was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, because it was such a sad story and just wrong in so many ways. And you see them smiling, like that's, it was sick.
Yeah, they were totally brainwashed by this guy too. I mean,
Well, and they took a lot of acid.
Well, yeah, I've had to.
That's really,
Might have had something to do with the acid.
yeah.
Definitely not his music career. Didn't
Or his looks. I mean, no offense, but no.
I mean, they acted like they thought he was hot. And I mean, if you think about it, for the times, I mean, these are,
Well, he was a musician. Most musicians are hot, even if they're not. You know what I mean? Because if they weren't a musician, would they be hot? Not really. I think it's just the love of that.
And like you said, the drugs help.
Drugs help. That always helps the situation.
Drugs help. Nice.
All right, moving along. Speaking of demonic possession, somebody else has taken this one. I want nothing to do with this. I will say, when I printed out my notes, all the other notes came out in a large font on pieces of paper. My notes for this came out on a teeny font, the only one. I have no idea why. I did everything exactly the same, just hit print. So somebody else is taking this one because I don't want nothing to do with it. So y'all argue over it.
Larry, I know you have to have talked about this.
Sure, I have.
Yeah,
I certainly
let's hear it.
I've showed scenes from it in class, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what there is to say. Like it's.
Well, first of all, what it is, and
it's just an incredible film for me, right? And I'm always floored every time I watch it. But it's a young woman who is possessed, and the attempt by a couple of priests to exorcise this demon, Pazuzu, from her. Also the name of a gargoyle on Futurama. What up, any Futurama fans? But,
that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But you get iconic scenes. You get the spitting the pea soup. You get the thing that happens with the crucifix that I won't be the one to describe. The absolutely phenomenal fucking makeup on Max von Sydow that makes him look like he's an ancient, old man, but he's really, fairly young.
Really?
Yeah. Von Sydow is not 9,000
cool.
years old, or however old he looks in the movie.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And of course, this is a film that all sorts of stories abound about getting banned and such. My mother-in-law talks about having to go across state lines to watch it. I know of no official bans like in Tennessee, but the anecdotal story that she tells is that where she lived, she could not watch it and had to go to a different state. So I mean, it absolutely freaked people the fuck out. I was talking about the Omen earlier as a cursed movie, and that certainly has its lineage as this film that creates elements of the thing that it's trying to talk about, right? The whole mark of the beast as a tattoo on the individual, the way it's depicted in the film with the 666. It's inventing a lot of things that people watch and go, oh, this must be how it is talked about theologically. People look at The Exorcist and they don't see a piece of fiction, they see a documentary. And of course, William Peter Blatty's book is based on, a real event too. So anybody else? I feel like I've been talking by myself for a long time.
No,
I like
again,
it.
I grew
As long
up
as I don't have
watching.
to talk about it.
I grew up watching The Exorcist. I've seen it many times as a young child, and we played the Ouija board when we were kids. And I was always told, which I don't think you see that in the movie, but I feel that they said that that's how this whole thing started with Reagan, which was the girl's name. And I don't know if that's true. I just remember always being told that. So maybe they were just trying to scare me and make the Ouija board worse.
The story, I'll go on ahead and clarify this. I know I said
Okay.
I didn't want to talk about it, but we'll go to the next slide here. But the story was, the original inspiration was from this guy right here. He was hell, I don't even know. I can't see my notes. They're so little. Like every other one printed out big, but for some reason this
Like,
one
don't you
printed out
talk
really small.
about me.
Right, exactly. It's really creepy. It really creeped me out when I went up there and I started looking through these, and I'm like, holy cow, why is this only this one, the one that I hate, printed really small? This, kind of like. So his name was. Let me see. I got to put my glasses on. Oh God, I can't even read it. So yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah.
I didn't know it was based off a dude.
Yeah, half of it's not even on this paper. Yeah, it was a guy. He actually grew up to be a NASA scientist after the Catholic Church and stuff did multiple exorcisms on him. Then they cleared him, said it was successful, and he went on to live a normal life afterwards. Became a NASA scientist. Became a blah blah blah. It is all based on this guy right here in that bow tie.
All right, well, gotta get out my old gurgle. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know if any of y'all actually knew that.
I've never heard that. I didn't know it was a male. I didn't know they still. Wow, but it's such a good movie. It was so scary and so real. Well, I don't mean good, like I'm gonna cuddle up and watch it, but I mean it was just good. Like it'll never leave your mind once you watch it. You know what I mean?
There's a reason it consistently gets voted best horror movie of all time.
Yeah,
it's scary as shit. It is scary as hell.
And the chick did so good.
When I saw it as a kid, it took me about 48 hours to get over it.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I went to a weird party one time and watched this, and I was like, at the end of it, I had to leave, and we were young, high as kite. I'm leaving out of this place, and I'm like, oh my God, I had to go home by myself, and I'm like, I couldn't sleep that night. I'm like, I just wanted to dream of Freddy Krueger, and all I could think about was this. And I'm like, oh my God,
I know.
Stuff. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is.
I'd be my sisters. I'm like, can I sleep at the bottom of your bed? Because they'd be like, you're not sleeping in here, and I'm like, please. So mean. Roland Doe. Roland.
That's a pseudonym.
Hunkler.
Yeah.
Ronald Hunkler. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
He died in 2020, and it was
Really?
only the year after that they ended up releasing his actual name. I'd always known him as the pseudonym, right? I knew
Roland Doe.
Right.
14. He was 14 when that happened. Jeez.
Yeah, imagine Rolling Doe. I mean, that's like.
God,
what a name. It's like the worst porn name ever.
Well, again, it's a fake name, so.
You just said it, and it said Rolling Doe. I didn't even. Okay.
Oh wow.
Anyway. Yeah. No. But Reagan, and I know a girl named Reagan. Anytime I hear Reagan now, it's like all I can think about is The Exorcist, like right away. But I know a young girl named Reagan. So anyway,
that's one of those weird names. It's like if you named your kid Reagan now, it's not that weird. But you see a lot of people who were named, these names like that in, what year did this movie come out?
73.
Yeah.
73. So if it was 1974 and you were naming your daughter Reagan, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like
Gage.
Right, it's kind of like after the Omen, you know, and stuff, and you saw people naming their, wasn't it
Damien,
the Omen?
yeah.
You saw
Damien,
these people naming their kids, which there is a Saint Damien, you know, and stuff like that. It actually is a
that's
religious name. But if it's like the year of that movie coming out, like, you know, hey, I just went and saw the Omen, and it's like, wow, that sure is a beautiful name. I think I'll name this little baby in my stomach Damien. It's like, no, what are you thinking?
This'll be Damien.
Right. It's like, no.
Your mother sucks. That's funny.
Dude,
I appreciate
wife's
you being
sister-
back roads. A member for 18 months. You know, always appreciate your support here, brother. Good to see you too, man.
My
Your
wife's
mother's
sister's
sister.
name is Reagan, and she's
Oh,
born around 74.
No way. No
Really?
No
way.
joke.
Oh my gosh.
This is awesome.
That's
While we're on
funny.
the topic of The Exorcist, don't watch Heretic Exorcist 2. It's very bad. But if y'all have not seen Exorcist 3, the author of the book, William Peter Blatty, directs the movie, and it's absolutely fantastic and has the best jump scare of all time in it.
Yeah, that one's scary. I've watched
is
them all.
brilliant.
Isn't this,
You
speak
have?
of this? You speak of the second one. Isn't that the one where they're like in a desert wandering around or something, like nothing's going on?
I honestly, it's been long enough that I can't say, because also there was Dominion, the Rennie Harlan one that was definitely in the desert.
Okay.
So there have been perhaps several. I just remember having a very bad time with Exorcist 2 about 30 years ago.
Okay. I know there was one that just absolutely sucked. I mean, I love horror movies, so not necessarily, I might hate it, but I still find myself watching it. You know, I'm like, I gotta see it.
I'm
and there
good
was
on
one
any
that was
more
just, they were like
Exorcists.
wandering around a desert trying to find a relic or something. And it was like the biggest snooze fest I'd ever seen in my life. Well, horrible. All right, so screw this. We're moving on.
Nice.
Let's go to this guy.
Who's that
Go
guy?
on, KJ.
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers. Okay,
All right, you got that out of your system.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
like it. She could make a song out of anything. I like it.
All right. All right, so who wants to take this one? Come on, somebody step up.
I've never
Nobody?
heard of it.
I don't know enough.
I mean, I never
I've
knew
seen
about
it, but I don't know enough about it.
All
Thank God
right.
we have our guest tonight, because I haven't seen it either.
I don't have too much to
Larry,
say about Jeepers Creepers. You
I'll
take
blow
this one.
through it.
Yeah.
I'll blow through it then. So Jeepers Creepers, it came from, there was a couple driving home, and they go along and they're going through rural Florida, of course, and
It's always Florida.
yeah, exactly. Florida man. So Florida man goes out there, and don't be dissing on Florida man. So they're driving along and they see a guy, dumping behind some old school building or something. They're like, look over, they're like, what the hell? He's throwing a body into a dumpster, You're like, what the hell's going on? So the guy ends up turning his big scary truck around and following these people trying to get him. That's the inspiration for Jeepers Creepers. Obviously, he didn't have wings or whatever in the face like that and fly around, but he was wearing some, crazy clothes. It was in the 1990s, and it's still like an unsolved mystery. It happened up in like Michigan. I think it was Michigan, or not like the. Wait, now I'm getting. So they took two different stories and they combined them, just like a lot of this stuff based on a true story. They combined, a couple of them. Something else happened in Michigan, something like that, I think. Great movie though. The original Jeepers Creepers was great. Second one, brilliant, because the budget was so low. All they needed was a school bus in a goddamn cornfield in Indiana or wherever the hell they're at to make the movie. I mean, brilliant. You can make a movie that everybody watched. The third one, oh my God, what a horrible movie. Had to have been one of the most, horrendous movies I've ever seen. Not a lot to really say about this one though. But yeah, based on, just like anything else, based on a true story.
I didn't know any of that backstory. That's really interesting. Like, yeah, I could talk about Justin Long in the movie. Like, I don't think we need a departure to talk about the director, Victor Salva, although we already mentioned, like, Roman Polanski. So there's a similar case with this director, although he actually served time and got out of jail after doing his time, unlike Polanski. But Yeah, I got nothing really to add unless we want to talk about Justin Long for a while and those old Mac PC commercials.
I just want to hear KJ sing the song again.
Jeepers Creepers.
There we go.
Yeah,
There
that'll
we go.
never not happen in my head when I hear that. It's just
Oh yeah. I mean, did you like? I mean, everybody's seen Jeepers Creepers, right?
No.
No,
I
haven't
saw
seen
at the theater. Yeah, and the one I saw, I want to feel like it was like 97.
I think it was 2001.
I think it was, yeah.
Gosh, was it? Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the years run together, KJ.
I know.
I get it.
Wow.
I get
I
it.
thought I was younger than that, but yeah. I mean, I was still super young. But I mean, just kidding. uh, but yeah, I remember seeing it, but it wasn't my favorite. You know, it was just okay.
The first was great. I mean, it's so cheesy. That truck he's driving over that weird thing. You know, it's a great movie. But, all right, moving along. Oh, there's the original people right there.
Oh,
this is the guy.
Well, that's
this
a
is the
little
guy.
scarier.
Yeah, it's Herman. So Herman Munster went and took off the Clover Valley version of Mrs. Cleaver.
Oh, it was on Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
it. What a great show that was.
I know. Gosh, his voice alone. Ugh.
Herman Munster's a good pull, but I think that looks more like Edgar from Men in Black, the Vincent D'Onofrio character.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
you're
remembers
right.
that?
You're right.
He got himself
All right.
an Edgar suit.
So here we go. Mothman. Anybody? Any Mothman prophecies? Anybody like this one?
I don't think I ever saw it.
This is Richard Gere and hold on, trying to think of her name because she was in Love Actually. Bail me out.
Laura Linney?
Laura Linney, thank you. Yeah.
All
That's
you
right.
had to do was say "Love Actually," and LW jumps in. You know, he's like, "Oh, Love Honey."
I'm pulling up all the movies I haven't seen on Wikipedia real quick, so I got the info ready to go, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think I ever saw this.
Good
When did
movie.
it come out?
Early
2000s.
Probably just don't remember.
Well, there's not a lot of horror to it. Like it's all building up to the Point Pleasant bridge collapse.
Right, the whole Mothman thing goes back. You see a Mothman, and it's basically like a prediction of, something tragic or something bad is going to happen to you or to the world, to, something. So it's like a prophecy, coming at you to say, hey, and you see this thing. So they have festivals. Nils, I wish Nils was in here. He could tell us about this. He lives right there by there, a guy that we're friends with. And he went to the Mothman Festival recently in Mount Pleasant. They have that every year. So it's like an old urban legend, and these people saw this Mothman, maybe you know more about this, Larry, do you? Or
About the background? Not
Yeah.
a whole lot. I mean, I know about the Point Pleasant bridge collapse. I know that people link Mothman to it in nebulous ways, like maybe Mothman is warning people of the event, maybe Mothman is a cause of the event, but you probably know a lot more about it than me.
Not really, no. That's why I said I wish Nils was here. Yeah,
Hey,
and basically...
Wasn't James followed by the Mothman? Isn't that what his recent video was?
Yes. So our friend James is now being haunted.
Are you
So a
being
James
serious right
update.
now?
Oh
Yeah,
yes. Oh
that's
yeah.
what his video
Shuddy.
said.
Oh, so our James update for the night. The guy.
There's something awful going to happen with OnlyFans and his device.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So our friend James that calls in, who has the object, as he so likes to call it, he is now being followed, according to him, by a Mothman that is attacking his vehicles
Yes.
as he drives down the road at night. So that is the latest James update, folks.
You guys,
Stop.
Baker's in the chat.
Stop it.
Baker's in the chat. Baker's in the
Nuh-uh.
chat. Shut up.
Yeah, Baker's going to yell at us again. So anyway,
man.
yeah, James could probably tell us more about the Mothman. And here, this is actually a real photo James took and sent to us. So, yes. Thank you, James. You can see the object over here on the right above the car to the left of the wing.
It looks like a flasher.
Right? It's vibrating.
He's flashing it.
That's
They're shaking
hilarious.
fence.
Like, that was just Apple. He's drunk again.
All right, moving along. All right, here we go. Somebody else is going to take this one.
Oh, the Amityville.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I don't know. I've just seen them. Super scary. The original is so good. I mean, the remake was good, but the original is just super scary. I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know the background of Amityville.
I mean, the background is largely what you see in the film, like in a lot of ways,
Okay.
right? They talk about it.
It was okay.
Because you've got you mentioned the Ryan Reynolds, Melissa George remake, but I'm with you, the original with Margot Kidder and
he was
James
just-
Brolin.
Gosh.
Great.
He was
Yeah.
burly and scary.
There was it was a young man, I think, that killed his parents. Right? Is that right? The story and haunts the building, and then when this young couple moves in, they are beset by all sorts of strange phenomena, including just this mess of flies that swarms over the house. The husband gradually becomes violent and angry and seemingly possessed, pushed to do the same sorts of horrific acts that the young man did. And this is going to be the first time, but certainly not the last time we talk about Ed and Lorraine Warren, right, fools? Oh, no,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Warrens. The Warrens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The Warrens.
Go ahead.
Well, what's so interesting about this storyline is it's so common, even in like The Shining, right? The dude goes crazy, right? And he kills his family. And then you have like the wrestler who was on steroids. I mean, many men that have killed their family. I mean, this is like kind of not common, but this happens. And it's usually the dudes that like go
Almost
batshit.
always. Almost
Yeah.
always.
I mean, tell me that like that's scary. That's crazy. Anyway, I just had to say that.
Yeah, this is another one that like really creeped me out when I was young.
Yeah.
Watching this, the original one, the
He
first
was so
movie.
burly and like he was so scary.
Yeah, and this, let me see. I think I got some more clips from this. So yeah, here, let me slide to the next one. And so this was the real, I guess the real pictures of the real people.
Which is amazing how much they look like them.
Like Margot Kidder and
Yeah.
James Brolin.
Wow.
I mean, that's incredible.
I mean, it's kind of incredible, but didn't everybody look like that in the 1970s?
I guess that's
about to say.
True.
Hold on.
True.
No,
I just
James
realized
Brolin,
everybody in the 70s looked like a serial killer.
I'm like, Dad?
that might be true, but James Brolin was uniquely handsome, and I don't think I can say that about this man.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the one on the top left kind of looks like if they cast Chris Farley to play the role or something.
Oh, whatever. Don't you talk about my Chrissy.
Oh, Chris
But what
Farley,
is
"You
sad-
been living in a van down by the river."
Down by the river.
And I guess on the right we have the young man who killed his family, his parents.
Oh, is that okay?
Right.
I'm asking. I'm not sure.
I don't
think
know.
so. I think so.
So
Yeah, it's-
sad.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. And I mean, I guess, he was like, the voices compelled him to do it, Who were they? Maybe you already said it, but I went and grabbed it.
Oh yeah, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah, the demonologists or investigators who come to pronounce that the house is indeed haunted. And recently, within, I want to say the last 10 to 12 years, it may have been 2012, so maybe a little further back, The family that moved in had a son, and the son has sort of shared his side of things. And of course, he's denying that anything paranormal happened at all, and just that he had kind of shitty parents.
Yeah, Vapion's back to the thing. Dudes with families going crazy should have thrown her in the well.
Vapion needs a huggy.
Poor Vapion, man. You need,
Yikes.
No doubt.
he's going
Damn.
back to the well again.
He's
like
a man
Samara.
scorned.
Right? He's like, take this.
Well,
Samara.
let's not hope we read a
Throwing you back
story
in.
soon. I don't know.
I know. There's
We
a
know
reason why
nothing.
Vapion doesn't get second dates. Well,
FYI, don't annoy him.
Well, that's
right. Exactly. Don't annoy him. Don't put broccoli in that soup. Or that.
Right?
man.
throw you
Just trying to
away.
be healthy.
You
It's
sure
all the
asshole.
grubbage. You gotta have grubbage.
But you know, if your last name was Lutz, I mean, you would almost think the bad things are going to happen to you. It's kind of like, what was his name in a Kingpin? What was the guy's last name?
Oh, Munson. Yeah,
Munson.
Munson out here in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Right, David Munson. It's like
Oh,
Lutz,
that's funny.
Munson. It's like, ouch. Why is my genealogy so bad?
The sequels, not the remake, but the sequels become increasingly detached from anything that happened in the original story. But if you go and Google Amityville 3D, that was the VHS cover that always jumped out at me in the video store when I would go walking the aisles. In my hometown, we didn't have a Blockbuster. It was a small town place called Movie Warehouse. And I would always see it. It's this big, freaky-looking green hand coming out of the house. Because it's
Right.
that shitty 3D from the era.
I remember that.
Funny.
I remember that as well. Yeah, growing up
Looking at
many,
it
many
right now.
places, living in small places as well, through life. Like, you remember going to, the movie store, and the movie store was in the back section of a gas station.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh, I've already seen all these. For the love of God, I don't want to watch Faces of Death again. I just want to see a
Right.
new movie.
That guy on the top has a haircut like John Denver.
Yes, he does.
They look like country
roads.
singers, like those two. They don't, yeah.
Yeah, there's Chris Christopherson vibes on the guy on the right, I think.
I like it. All right, so next movie coming up. Now, this is where things get good. This is where things get scary.
Oh, it's been shitty so far? We've been doing a bad job?
Right?
No. I mean, this is where things get, to me, creepy.
Amityville is scary. I'm a little creeped out right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you want to look at this more? Would you move
No,
into that
can you
house? Hey, what if you got it for a good deal?
Nope.
It's a good
Hell
deal. We
no.
can move right
Hell
in.
to the
Nope.
no.
We're
Nope.
getting it for $30,000 under the asking
Nope.
price.
Nope.
Nope.
Not
I
for
do kinda like the
100,000.
porch
Nope.
upstairs.
That house?
Not
Is that
for
what you're talking about?
100,000.
Yeah. The house.
Oh, I'd
I'm
burn
in.
that thing down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll go. Yeah, sure.
So you would do it.
30,000 of the asking price? Absolutely, yeah.
No.
He'd move in. Now, Nathan says he'd burn it down, but that would be by accident with one of those Tesla coins.
Right. And the damn cat.
He's like, yeah, they're like, get out. And they're like, please don't burn us down, you crazy son of a bitch. What
A
are you
lightning
doing
bolt hitting the
out
house. Yeah.
That's funny.
here?" Yeah, they're not trying to make
fantastic.
you leave because they're trying to possess you. They're like, hell no, this guy's like lighting up coils in the back and doing all this stuff. All right, here we go. Moving on. There's KJ's favorite.
Annabelle.
Yeah. Annabelle.
thank
Annabelle
you.
doesn't scare me as bad as the other stuff. I
Well,
don't know.
don't jump the gun.
Don't make eye contact.
Well, and,
Would
and,
you comb her
everybody
hair?
knows what she's supposed to be, right? What the actual doll is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We'll get to the real one.
Okay,
The real
okay.
one. All right, go on ahead and speak about it. I can move the slides forward. Yeah,
Well,
go.
no. Let's go with where we are. Go for it.
Well, I have no idea where we are. That's the point. We just wing this shit.
Okay, so we're looking at the doll. They didn't think the actual doll was scary enough because it was just this old Raggedy Ann doll, right? That
Literally Raggedy Ann.
right. And so the movie producers go, we've got to do something with this, and they try to make like this porcelain, terrifying monstrosity.
Yeah, and this takes us back to Ed and Lorraine, not Bobbitt, but Warren. So a lot of people have, and you know, I don't always, you know, we do the show, it's fun, but we always want to like talk serious about stuff. A lot of people have called these people scam artists. You know, a lot of stuff has come out about them being not so honest. He's got a pretty shady history, a lot of stuff going back with some, you know, maybe Roman Polanski vibes there as well with babysitters and random things like that.
Really?
Yeah, Ed wasn't quite the guy. But so they get this doll. Maybe Larry, maybe you know more about that. Maybe do you know the backstory a little bit?
I know it was a college student, if I remember right. There were no, if I'm remembering the correct story, there were no actual deaths around it, although there were people who were injured. But again, I could be mixing some of these things up. The Warrens locked it up, and there we see, of course, the image, the warning, positively do not open. But yeah, I don't have too much more of the backstory there behind it.
Well, a lot of this stuff all came from the Warrens. You know what I mean? And their museum and their... Were they frauds? Were they creating this stuff? Was this some kind of you know what I mean? They were making money, profiting off of all this stuff as well. I don't know, but this, you know, Raggedy Ann doll right here is the inspiration for Annabelle, and that is a fact. You know, other than that, I think Annabelle's not quite as creepy as this lady right here wearing the blue dress standing by this thing. She looks a little creepier than the doll.
Yeah, I remember all those dolls when I was growing up.
I mean,
when I was growing up.
Yeah.
My house, my cousin's house. It was creepy. It's just as creepy now as it was then.
What, Raggedy Ann and Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think they were creepy.
So yeah, I had Raggedy Ann and Andy.
So did I.
Myself and my little brother wore their clothes for Halloween one year. That's how big they were. I mean, we were little, but I actually found a picture the other day.
Pictures or this
photos.
didn't happen. I want to see this shit.
No, well, you know what? I'm going to send you guys. I just found it because I was going through old pictures, and I have a picture of me sitting with my Raggedy Ann and Andy on the couch. So, so I'll have to send that to y'all. It'll be funny.
Yeah, definitely want to see it.
They weren't scary though. I agree. They were my friends.
Now, what is scarier, the fashion statement of wearing a turtleneck under a dress, or a Raggedy Ann doll? I mean, look at this.
Definitely the former. Yeah.
Yeah, she's wearing a turtleneck.
Oh, I don't think she's...
and then a cream-colored sweater.
I think she's creepy in the black and white, or that's creepier to me than her old photo.
And her head's kind of overly large as well. I don't know. I mean, I don't need to pick apart this lady, but God Almighty.
The five head. You can play a movie on that forehead.
But it does make sense if they have their own museum. That all these stories came from them. Like, come on.
It's like Roger from Family Guy, or American Dad. Roger from American Dad dressed up as a woman over here.
Here's the thing I do know about this: that the Warrens' little museum, right in their house, was, I think, as of like this year or last year, bought by a controversial comedian, Matt Rife, R-I-F-E.
Yes.
I've never heard it said.
Remember,
no,
we did
he
a thing
did
on
not.
It. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, he bought the place, so we'll see what comes of that.
What?
Yeah, he's done a couple shows on her, a couple different.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So moving on to the next slide, and we're talking about these people. So these are, you know, the people who are surrounding all of these Annabelle and leading up to the next, The Conjuring. Mm-hmm. Of course, they tie into this as well. Mm-hmm. Anybody a Conjuring fan?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about the movie. I know almost nothing about the actual case, but the James Wan film is very smartly directed. It's got a pretty incredible scare. The great little clap scene at the top of the stairs. Some great supporting actors in there. I mean, Wan in general does a good job with these movies. I think The Conjuring 2 is also a subtle but very frightening and very successful horror film. But they're both kind of the same movie, right? And even, I've watched all of these. I saw the most recent Conjuring a few months ago. That was not directed by James Wan, but they're all basically the same movie. You've got a family in a house that is set upon by some sort of strange happenings or evil spirits, and the Warrens come in and save the day. And Patrick Wilson gets out a guitar and plays some music at people. Or did I miss anything? I feel like that's it.
Yeah, it's one hell of a summary right there. Basically got it.
Hey,
yeah, so go ahead, Gunnar.
I just want to say real quick that Mark Harris said he knows Matt Rife, who has the museum. You should hook us up, dude. You should get a hold of us.
Oh, yeah, Devin, let's bring him on the show. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
he
us
can
up.
show us a doll in real life.
Mark, get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Email
yeah,
us.
Mark, definitely. Give us an email. If you go, we do have a website under construction, but if you go to www.abbinormal, 2 B's, just like you see right there, .com, there is a contact us information right there. Baker, there's your plug for the website. Go on ahead. There is a direct link right there to email us right there. So do that. We'd love to get that on.
Yes, please. That would be awesome.
And
So-
if you can, no pressure.
The Warrens, I mean, I just don't know if I trust these people. Everything seems shady that is, followed
damn.
them around. So here's the real life family of the people. So I guess,
what people?
of The Conjuring, what
Okay.
this movie is based on.
The people who own the house.
I can't remember if I might have seen it when it first came out.
Well, this one has a demon called Bathsheba that's kind of
was a
crawling around
witch.
on top of an armoire or something. A witch,
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a witch, and she's a real person, and she was buried there. They blah blah blah. They got haunted by her. But it's all back to the Warrens, and there's so much that I just don't trust those people.
Sure.
Yeah, this
yeah.
one, from what I understand, this one is just kind of loosely based off, 98% of this movie was just by the writer and director. It's not a lot of direct from some true story or something.
I mean, that looks like my sibling jumping on the bed.
Right, and this was their proof for this. She's supposedly floating across there. Like I say, yeah, it's like the one girl over there is like, holy shit, Julie, or Jessica, or whatever the hell her name is about to jump on my leg over here. This guy's like, no, don't. Or is that a woman? I don't even know. Looks like Benny Hill. Is about to jump over here and jump onto the other person. I don't know about the posters on the wall. I mean, I like the wallpaper though. That's pretty.
I know
legit.
someone says
You don't- yeah,
Starsky
yeah.
and Hutch.
You don't like the Starsky and Hutch, huh?
I didn't realize that. I'm used to Ben Stiller, I think. In the Starsky.
That's your Starsky and Hutch has been
Yeah.
Stiller and
Wow.
Owen Wilson.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Terrible.
that is.
Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
Owen Wilson. Okay, best Owen Wilson. Here's a movie question for you right here. Larry, huge movie buff. I am as well. Best Owen Wilson Ben Stiller movie.
Oh, it's the Royal Tenenbaums.
Exactly,
Yeah.
100%.
I like
Thank
this
you,
guy.
God.
I like this
No,
guy.
there's no question about it. Yeah.
It's Dog's Blood.
Yeah.
Love that movie. The Royal
Well, who
Tenenbaums.
stabbed you? Well, he did.
Yeah,
Pagoda.
Pagoda. He saved my life.
Owen Wilson movie. One movie I love by him. Just sidetrack bit. Bottle Rocket. Wes Anderson, who made
Absolutely.
Royal Tenenbaums. I love Bottle Rocket.
That's his first movie. It's incredible.
Yeah, Wes Anderson is brilliant. Brilliant. Coen's brothers, Wes Anderson, those are the movie makers of our time, I think. That's the top of the league. But yeah, back to this. This looks like a kid's party, some little girl jumping. I ain't buying it. If you're going to try to sell me on that, you better do better than that. I'm going to believe James's object before I'm going to believe this. Here is the actual tombstone of Bathsheba. So she actually did exist. This does go back to, something real that really did happen. And, I think they glorified the thing. I don't trust the Warrens, and that's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I've looked into it a lot, and I don't get the vibe of trusting them.
But there's been some good movies that have come from it. So.
Yeah, scary movies have come from it, but
yeah.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ooh, Chucky.
Yeah. I watched it, gosh, kindergarten. It was good.
I
First
watched
grade.
these movies when you were like 2 months old or something.
I'm telling you. I'm not kidding.
I had a friend, and her little boy, he was an ornery little thing, and my kids used to call him Chucky because he was ornery and he looked just like Chucky.
Yikes. Wake up to him in the middle of the night.
Oh.
All right, so anybody know the backstory on this one?
No, not at all. I know a lot about the movies, but nothing about the backstory.
No,
No.
me either.
All right, so Child's Play. So it's based off quite a few different ideas, but all come from real. Well, not all real. So let's jump ahead. One of the ideas of the movie was obviously. Go on ahead, Larry. I know you know this.
Oh, Talkie Tina, yeah. Brilliant episode of The Twilight Zone with Telly Savalas, right? He is absolutely tormented by his daughter's doll, and the doll, spoilers for at this point, 60-year-old show, but the doll eventually kills him. Also, inspiration for one of the best Treehouse of Horror bits on The Simpsons, with the little murderous Krusty the Clown doll, too. But yeah, the doll is always saying things like, I'm Talkie Tina and I love you, but Telly Savalas throws the doll down and is sort of dismissive of her. And first she says, I'm Talkie Tina, I don't like you. I'm Talkie Tina and I'm going to kill you. And yeah, she does.
That's an extremely best iron job on a dress I've ever seen. I just want to point that out.
Right?
Dude.
So you've ironed many dresses, dolls.
Well, no,
She's
but I've
doing it
ironed
right
many clothes
He's
and
doing it right now.
those
Talking Tina, great episode of Twilight Zone. Rod Sterling, the whole thing, Twilight Zone is absolutely the best, the best ever. I love that. Love Twilight Zone. Great episode. So this was one of the inspirations for that. Also, everybody remembers these little badgers coming up from the 1980s.
Yeah,
Cabbage
what is
Patch?
up with this? Why are you going to ruin my Cabbage Patch?
There's a story behind these. I can't exactly remember him, but I
Come
know
on.
there is. I can't
Come
remember.
on. Let's hear it.
I love this comment. He was like,
Talking
Christopher
Tina
Sturm
kills
says, Talking
Kojak,
Tina
yeah.
kills Kojak? What the hell? Exactly. Yeah, so that was part of the inspiration. But a large part of the inspiration was KJ's favorite.
Well, wait,
Yes.
what was the story of the Cabbage Patch?
Well, that was just the craze at the moment. So, they mixed it in.
Oh.
That's why it looks like that.
Oh, okay.
That was just part of the,
Thank goodness. I
I
thought
know, I was worried. I thought there was something about the Cabbage Patch
I was
Kids,
like,
but maybe
what
it was
the
something
hell?
different.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
good.
more. It was more like the Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, I love the Garbage Pail Kids.
So,
I used to have
so
so
who-
many of those cards.
Oh, those things were horrible, but they were great.
I love
Trading
them.
cards.
Oh, okay.
Larry, did you ever have Garbage Pail Kids? Did you hit that in your lifetime, or was that?
I maybe had like 5 or 6. I tell you what, I had a lot of were the damn Dick Tracy cards.
Oh, okay.
What?
That was my collection. Were these?
I
all
do
these-
remember those.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I got really big into the Topps movie cards. So every movie that would come out, I had the Batman '89 cards. I had Gremlins 2, the new batch cards.
Ooh, yay.
But I may have had 10 Garbage Pail Kids cards.
I totally remember though. I haven't thought about that since then.
You just said wow, too. See?
I totally remember those Dick Tracy cards.
I
They were
don't.
the best, man.
That's cool.
Now, see, I wasn't allowed to have Garbage Pail Kids.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, come on now.
And this is why you turned out the way you did today? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. This is why I'm so stupid. Is that I wasn't allowed as a child to waste my time with things such as Garbage Pail Kids.
On Fart and Frida or whatever?
Dude,
the
I got
name was?
bubble gum with those cards. Thank you.
No, that was the old Topps baseball cards. Now I definitely had that weird bubble gum that just crumbled in your
No,
mouth.
Garbage Pail Kids came with
cuts your
gum,
cheek.
too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. I don't know. I never got to get Garbage Pail Kids. I
Well,
did
you
that.
missed out.
I missed out on that. That's definitely what ruined my childhood. But so do you know about Robert the Doll, Larry?
Not at all. This is new to me.
Ooh.
So Robert the Doll is the most terrifying thing in the absolute world. So I'll give you a synopsis right here. I do want to touch on this. So in 1904, Robert Eugene Otto, known as Gene, from Key West. So they got this doll. They got it back for a kid from somebody who was traveling. I think it was France. Let me look at my notes here to make sure it was used as a thing. So they brought it back. The damn thing was possessed. And it ended up, the child and the doll ended up switching personalities. And it's gone on and on and on. The thing's the scariest thing. I've seen it in real life, and it's just absolutely just terrifying when you walk by it. It's like, so there's all these letters. Like if you take Robert's picture without asking him permission, you're fucked. Something bad is going to happen to you. And all these letters are apology letters. They get like hundreds a day apology letters coming back to Robert the Doll, where people are like sending letters like, I'm so sorry, I fucked up, I shouldn't have done this, I didn't think this was real. And this is one of the big inspirations for Child's Play. And
Just talking about him can be an issue.
yeah. Big shout out to Robert. You look good right there, buddy.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
There's some
Bruce
mighty
Hall.
fine legs. Love them feet.
Watch it, Gutters.
That's-
Watch it.
Creepy
So
little
he
dog.
ended up going off like the kid. They switched, personalities. The kid ended up going off to college, leaving the doll. Ended up inheriting the house back, moving back in, and then taking back on like his wife. He got married. He did all this stuff. He came back, and then it went right back to where it was from his childhood. And it's now it's in Key West, Florida, in a secured glass box. People by the thousands. I don't know how many people visit every day to that museum, but they go through there, and you have to you better damn well be careful with Robert the Doll. I've been there once. I will not even walk through the place again. I do not want to even see the thing. The beautiful thing that is Robert the Doll.
That's right.
But yeah.
This is how I'm spending the
Robert.
rest of my night then. After the stream, I'm just going to be reading
Right.
about old Robert here.
Right. And
You should
and
look
asking
into
him.
that. It's super creepy.
And
You're
thanking him.
teaching some of your classes. You should talk about this.
What's
Be
the
very-
stuffed animal's name? Does he have a name?
The little dog?
Yeah. Does the dog have a name?
Oh hell, I don't know. I never asked Robert.
You
Maybe
should
that's
ask
the problem.
Robert when you meet
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. him, Larry.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Somebody Google that. What is Robert the Doll's dog's name? What if it's Larry Zonka?
It'll be surprising.
His name is Old Man Builds. It's like, no.
You know, I had to Google who Larry Zonka was.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God,
like, you guys
seriously?
were laughing, and I'm like, like I have no idea. Anyway,
Oh my God.
One of the greatest running backs ever.
I missed out on that.
Must have been why I didn't even look it up.
Gunners loves football, so we all know that.
Yeah. I like death.
All right, so I'm getting the beautiful Robert the Doll off the screen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Night,
Thank you,
night.
Robert.
Yeah. See you later, Robert. Good to see you. Thanks for letting us share your picture on here.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Moving on to Jaws.
Yay.
I've seen this one.
That
Can
no
anybody,
looked fake.
can anybody sing the song? Show me,
The way to go home. I'm
I'm
tired
tired
and
and I
wanna go to bed. Boom. I had
I
a
had a
drink
little drink about an hour ago,
and it
went
got
straight
right to my
head. Oh yeah. All right. So there we go. Great movie. One of the all-time best. The music score made the movie. Anybody want to touch on this?
I mean, who doesn't love Jaws? It's so good.
I remember
It's still
that
to this
scene.
day. Yeah.
His butt puckered and he turns around and we're going to need a bigger boat.
That's one of the greatest scenes in movie history.
Yeah. It's
What was
still
the
to
name
this
of-
day the
what was
best
the name of
shark
the boat?
movie.
The skipper didn't give a crap either.
The name of the boat.
What was the name of the boat? Come on, trivia question.
Funny.
You got me on this one.
I was,
I mean, I could tell you the name of the shark, but I think everybody could.
The Orca.
Yeah.
All right.
oh, I wouldn't have got that. That's amazing.
Oh yeah. Great movie.
So good.
Amity Island. I want to get one of those T-shirts. The Amity Island Surf Crew, and it's got like the. When I was looking this up, found this picture. It came up like as an advertisement underneath it, and it was like.
You got
trying
very
to sell
British
me-
all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was trying to sell me a shirt. It was like the Amity Island Surf Crew, and it had like the big, on the T-shirt, it has like the big, shark mouth bit out of the surfboard. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I like it. So yeah, based maybe on a true story, it's debatable, but, the shark attacks in the Jersey Shores in the early 1900s, 1910s, sometime in there. Bunch of shark attacks. Great movie. Not that much to say about this one, but kind of based on that. One of the best movies of all we have talked about all night. This movie is phenomenal. Megan, if you are listening or if you go back, send me that goddamn Funko Pop lady.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give it up, Megan.
Yeah, she owes it to me.
Now, what was
Fun
it?
story.
What
though.
are you
Oh, go
talking
ahead, sorry.
about?
I was just going to say, one of the worst movies ever made. What was it? Jaws 4 with Michael Caine?
Oh, you know the story there, right, LW?
What's that?
They asked Michael Caine about the movie, and he was like, "I've never seen it, but I did see the house that it bought, or that it paid for,
Right.
and it's beautiful."
Yeah,
That's
he,
funny.
yeah. He's like, it bought my mom a house.
Uh-huh.
Michael, that movie's, he's like a pilot, bang. And that movie's absolutely horrible. It is no
awful.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
No.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much. Oh, Oklahoma.
May I use the restroom? And he like beats his pants
Thank
right there. Steve Martin. All right, here we go. Here's another movie buff question. What is the best Michael Caine movie?
So you're asking me that one again?
Mm-hmm.
The best Michael Caine movie. Just movie that he's in, or movie that
Yep.
he's starring in?
Starring in.
Okay. I'm
Co-starring
gonna.
in would be my
You say
point.
co-starring in?
Well, that would be my bet,
Yeah.
co-star, but yeah, starring.
I'm gonna say a really weird thing, and it's gonna be the old Get Carter, the original Get Carter movie from way back.
Oh, where the
Not the absolutely abysmal Sylvester Stallone remake, but I really like the original Get Carter.
All right, I'm gonna go with The Man Who Would Be King
Okay, yeah.
with Sean Connery. That's one of my top 5 movies right there. The Man Who Would Be King, Sean Connery, Michael Caine, Rudyard Kipling story. That to me is one of the best adventure stories, following behind Alexander trying to take over. Yeah, that movie is cinema perfection right there.
Excellent film, yeah.
I love that movie. So yeah, Jaws, moving along, we all know that. Kind of slimly based on, some of the shark attacks. How about this one? Gunners, you wanted me to bring this up, talk about it.
I don't know a whole lot about it. I just said
You're the one who told me to put this on here.
Oh, I remember this movie.
it was good.
It's horrible. It's so scary.
Well, right. I love. I think it was super good. But I mean, still, my favorite shark movie of all time is Jaws.
Of course.
I love shark movies.
Wasn't this the one where they're like, oh, we're going to jump in the water, we're going scuba diving,
Well,
we're doing this, and then like the dumbass people, they don't do a head count and they just leave them behind.
Yeah.
Which
And
really did
gosh.
happen. That was the
Right.
actual thing that
Right.
happened to the real people.
Right. How horrifying is
Horrible.
that? It's really scary. Like I remember one time we were out in the Andaman Sea, and we were doing the whole thing. And I remember thinking about this movie. I'm like, I'm just keeping my eye on this boat. I'm keeping this eye on this boat because we're off the coast of Thailand, about 30 miles off the coast of Thailand, out in the middle of the water, and we're on this like shady ass boat, and we're swimming. Mrs. Fool, she got all freaked out because we ended up like cave diving into this cave, and she's all worried, that the water levels are going to rise. She had a panic attack. It was absolutely horrible.
Oh my god.
And we're floating out, and there's there were sharks in the water. There was all kinds of stuff. And next thing, I'm like, I'm keeping my eye on that boat. I am not getting left here. There is no way in hell that I'm getting left out here in the middle of the water. All I could think about was this movie. That or the one, I don't remember what it was. Remember the one where it's like the people, they jump in the water off the side of the boat, and they all jump in, and the dumbasses don't realize they didn't put the ladder down. And there's like the baby sitting up on top of the boat by itself.
I know exactly I cannot think of the name, but I know what you're talking about.
And nobody puts the ladder down, and they jump off this yacht kind of thing, and none of them can get back in. It's like horrifying.
Yeah.
And the poor baby sitting up there. Oh my God, that movie's
Okay, well,
horrible.
I figured out what the open waters is about.
All right, well, take it away there, young.
All right. Well, it's about a real life. The real life part of it is that Tom and Eileen Longan, a married couple from Baton Rouge, were stranded in the Coral Sea, and in Australia. And this happened in '98. After completing a 2-year tour of duty with the Peace Corps, they had been scuba diving with a group off of the St. Cripson Reef. It was part of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. And nobody noticed they hadn't gotten back on the boat when everybody reboarded. And so they were left there. And the captain had reportedly indicated that that he had the crew member count heads, and that everybody was, the number was mistaken due to the couple of people that had gotten back out to swim after reboarding. So, anyways, they were left there. And then, of course, it sounds like it was not until 2 days later that the pair was discovered to be missing after a bag containing their belongings was found on board the dive boat. So they did a massive air search, and it took 3 days or so. And although their gear had washed up later on the beach miles away, they were lost, indicating that they had drowned and their bodies were never found. So fishermen found a diver's slate, and yeah. So
the suggestion is that, so in the movie, they get killed by sharks, right? He dies
Right.
first, and then she gets killed right before a boat comes back and finds their gear, and that's it. But the actual gear that Gutter's talking about is like it had no damage to it, so people don't think they were eaten by sharks. Instead, the suspicion is that they went delirious, essentially, from sitting out in the sun for days, and took off their heavy gear and just quickly drowned.
Right.
Which is more than likely the truth. I mean, most of the time, people don't get. I mean, I've swam with sharks, many times. Been in the water, seen a shark. They're not. So few people get attacked by sharks every year. More than likely, this did not happen. That does bring me back to this, like the whole thing with Jaws, with like the whole story about him talking about is the USS Indianapolis, right?
That's right.
A person I know too. His dad was actually on that ship.
Oh shit.
And I've talked to that guy a couple times. I never wanted to bring that up because apparently it was like one of those topics he didn't like to talk about. But I actually knew somebody who was on that ship, which is I don't want to say cool because it's an absolutely horrible situation. But, they say some of the people might have died and then got it. You know what I mean? We don't really know. But what a horrifying thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, to be out in the middle of the water and, oh my God. To get
Yeah, that's the thing, like watching this movie. It's just kind of like you feel like anxiety the whole time you're watching it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the other one where it's like the two girls, they go shark, they want to get in the shark cage,
In the cage.
Mexico.
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
love,
then the chain breaks. Oh my God. They go like, what is it called? Like 20,000 feet below or something.
Oh my
I thought that was
gosh.
really good. I liked it.
Horrible. Like it just. It
47
drives me
meters
insane.
down, is that what you're thinking
47.
of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like hard to watch. Ugh.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
good.
not watching it. Nope.
Go on. All right, here you go, Gutters. You wanted me to bring this one up as well. Only horror movie to ever win an Oscar for Best Picture, right here.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't care. I just can't get over the whole movie itself. So going to the true part of it, I'm sure somebody else knows about it better than I can explain.
I mean, anybody want to take this one? We're almost done. We're wrapping up.
Go for it. Let's talk about the true stuff.
Right. Well, isn't Ed Gaines part of the true of the
Yeah, I think
Silence
we're
of the
headed
Lambs?
back to Ed Gaines again.
Yeah. It puts the lotion on the skin, or else
Yeah,
it gets
let's
the
just
hose
talk about
again.
Buffalo
No,
Bill.
why are you turning British now? What's happening?
Oh man.
What's that? Sorry. It's
Well,
the Michael Caine.
Michael, it's her inner Michael Caine coming out,
I can't remember the name of the guy, but it was kind of based on one serial killer, but it kind of mixed when they made the movie Rodin or whatever, they kind of mixed in stories from other serial killers, but I can't remember the name of the guy that it was mainly what they came up with, but he
It was
created
inspired by three men.
somebody like made like a torture
Ed
chamber.
Gein or something.
And this was
Ed-
filmed
yeah.
in James's basement.
Ted Bundy
Fools.
Oh my gosh, it might have been.
and Gary Heidnick.
Gary, that's it. That's
Anthony
it, Gary
Hopkins
Heidnick.
did he's so good.
Gary held women captive in a pit.
That's where the lotion in the basket guy.
Right, Buffalo Bill. I love the.
Joe
I
Dirt.
always want to think about the funny thing from. Oh shit! What was the comedy movie with the David Spade?
Joe Dirt, yeah, that's...
Yeah, Joe Dirt. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe that's what old man just said. Yeah, when he's like, "Man, I'm getting on it." He's got a little poodle up there. That is so awesome.
Yeah, like
Why did he
Auto
give
Trader,
him
the
like
old
a-
one.
Yeah, the
That's
old
great.
auto trader. He's got a Hemi. I love Joe Dirt. Snakes and sparklers.
I'm having a good friend for dinner, Troy says. Yes. That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody got any insight on this one?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Just remember the hello Clarice. And that what he
Hello,
said? Like the
Clarice.
iconic line?
Well,
One of them.
yeah.
yeah. This is not. There isn't really a true story about this. Like I said, it was based on 3 men. So
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Texas Chainsaw, right? It takes elements of something that's happening out there and then builds its own kind of lore and narrative around it. And yeah, everybody's right. Hopkins is incredible in the film, but also so is Jodie Foster.
Jodie
and
Foster. Yeah.
oh gosh,
Ted Levine as Buffalo Bill. Scott Glenn is very good in the film too. Like there's,
It was
this
just
is
so good.
an immaculate movie. It's great.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a wonderful movie.
Yeah. You can watch that movie multiple
That
times.
scene at the end where he's, like frying up the guy's, the brains and
That's Hannibal. That's Hannibal. That's the sequel.
oh, that's the second one.
Oh,
Ray,
you're
Ray
right.
Liotta. He's frying up Ray Liotta's brain and feeding it to him.
Right. That scene right there was just like, oh
You're
my
right. That is
God.
the second one. But that wasn't Jodie, was it?
No, that was Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. What?
That's
that
good.
was horrifying. Great movie though. Only horror movie to ever win an Oscar for Best Director. If anybody likes to keep it with trivia, that's or not Best Director, but Best Picture.
This picture.
Yeah,
Awesome.
All right, I think this is the last one we actually have a slide for, and I wrecked it. So, here you go. Which one is this, Gutters?
I don't know.
You wanted me to put this on there? Fire in the Sky, the old
Fire in the
1993.
Sky. Yep, and I haven't a clue.
Three Eye Atlas.
I have not seen it.
Three Eye Atlas is on the way, so we can have this last one.
Right.
This is what is going to happen to every one of us here very soon when that big hunk of junk comes over here and takes us all up. So, a horrifying movie. Basically, it is based on, a guy in Walton's book. The Walton Experience. He recounts his alleged abduction, and he goes through the whole thing. They based the movie on this guy saying he got abducted by aliens and probably probed, and now we have his object.
Well, what's trippy is he was a logger, and most loggers don't go, dude, I was abducted by an alien. That's just not. I mean, loggers just aren't like that. They just.
Well, didn't his coworkers kind of verify the story, or didn't they say that they saw him?
I'm not
I
sure.
think so. Yeah.
I'm reading here.
I don't know. Not my favorite of any of one of these. That's kind of why we kept it till last. But
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, it does
Chad
say.
is right that there are big differences between the film and the Walton Experience book. It's an interesting movie though, nonetheless. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Gutters.
I'm sorry. He did say that Walton. He still maintains the events are real, and he and the other loggers have passed polygraph tests. So who knows?
But I mean, all that means is that they believe what they are saying.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
True.
right.
Very
Could
true.
have been the drugs.
Right. Well,
The probes could have been loggers doing Brokeback Mountain. You know what I mean? You never know.
You never know. James's object. He found it, in the desert as well. So
yeah. Never know.
We never know with any of this. But this next scene right here was, this was creepy as hell. When this thing, he's up in the space. It's like, oh my God.
What
How
the hell?
horrifying would it be? Whether you believe true or not, abducted by aliens and tested on is horrifying.
Yeah. Look kind of like the curious case of Benjamin Button, where he's reverse aging.
Right.
Telling you, I am Groot.
Yeah, it's a very Groot-looking face for sure.
Yeah, dude. Funny.
Yeah, that's there we go. Whether you believe in that or not. It is. Those are the stories that we had for you. Anybody got any other movies? I know you had said there, Larry, you had a couple others that you wanted to pull out of the that
I'll
we
throw
didn't
one
have
more.
images for.
Yeah, I'll throw one more out there.
All right.
2007, a movie called Stuck. It's Stuart Gordon who directed Reanimator. It's his last movie. It's about a woman played by Mina Savari who hits a man who's really down on his luck, Stephen Ray, played by Stephen Ray, with her car, and he's really fucking down on his luck because he gets stuck in her windshield, and she promises she's going to take him to get medical help, but instead goes and just parks in her garage and tries to wait for him to die. And the rest of the film is about her and her boyfriend trying to fucking kill this guy because she's afraid of something happening to her because she's about to get a promotion at work. There is a true story behind this of a woman in Texas, first name Chantel, I remember, but the rest escapes me, who actually hit a homeless man, and he was wedged in her windshield, and she didn't sit and wait for days in the garage or anything, but she ultimately got convicted of this. But it's a good little movie. Again, Stuart Gordon's last film, and I recommend checking it out. It's not the same type of horror as a lot of the shit we're talking about here, but very weird shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
I'm going
one.
to check that out.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Mm-hmm.
So the premise of the movie is that the person's still alive, stuck in the windshield. Now they wake up and she's like, "Oh hell, honey, you got to come out here and see this."
Well, so he's still alive, and she's like, "I'm gonna take you and get medical help. Don't worry." He passes out from blood loss, and so she just goes to her garage and waits for him to die. When she finds out he's not dead, and he can't extricate himself from the windshield because he's got a piece of glass sticking through his body essentially, and so he's trying to. Once he realizes they're not going to help him, he's trying to get himself off of the windshield without dying in the process. And she gets a hammer. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's if you like gore and violence, you'll find some fun stuff there.
Yeah, this sounds horrifying, like horrifying but wonderful at the same time. I have to watch this.
Yeah. When he mentioned it earlier, I was like, I remember, being in Texas. I remember that story back in the day, and I looked it up earlier when he mentioned it. It was 2001, 2002 or something like that. And I think the movie is more like a dark comedy, right?
Yeah, that's Stuart Gordon's thing, man. He's always trying to infuse some comedy in there.
Yeah, but she got a nice 50-year prison sentence off of that.
For Dice, the movie's called Stuck. If you were asking what we're talking about, Stuck.
And what year did that come out?
That's 2007. No, I know the
2007.
exact year. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm writing those down. I always like to write down the date so you don't get confused. Sometimes it's like different movies have different names. All of a sudden you're watching Debbie Does Dallas, and you're like,
Well, I looked at the chick. It's you said her name, but I didn't recognize the name. But it's the chick from American Pie, right?
Yeah. Mina Savari. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, speaking of, I think The Devil and Miss Jones was actually based on a true story as well, so everybody should check that out. Yeah, no laughs on that one.
I was smiling.
That saran wrap, and
Well, I was reading the Why Are Americans So Obsessed with Cereal?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. It's like, well, so many of them are from America. You can't, what do you do?
Yeah.
We're sick. We're just
who
straight up
said
sick.
that? Who said that?
Scroll back
Negres
up.
Coils?
Negres Coils, yeah.
I'm not sure. I wonder where they're from. Probably,
Probably
Not
all
America.
yeah, probably Great Britain, is
Oh.
over there with Jack the Ripper and stuff like that,
Right.
What's up, Yamaha biker? Good to see you, brother.
Yamaha.
And Bobby.
It's Yamaha. Say it right.
Yamaha.
Yamaha.
I mean, we have
And the
what?
crickets just keeled over.
They have 340 million people. There's probably going to be a few weirdos in there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You think so? I've never met more weird people in my life than being on YouTube, and somehow
Yes.
I have them all on the panel together with me. So yeah, it's a blessing. It's
And
an
we all
absolute
take
blessing.
pride in that. So, just so you know.
South Africa. All right.
Oh my God! So no, that was a lot of fun topics tonight. Anybody got any other things they want to talk about with the movie thing?
I don't.
No, I think it was, we talked about it was awesome. Bunch of scary stuff. Luckily, my dog's still here. He's out. He won't protect me, but I think I'll be okay.
Yeah,
Let me
great.
go ahead, LW. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I was going to compliment you on a great guest for the topic tonight.
Yes.
You did a fantastic
Yeah, for
job.
sure.
Well, don't give me too much credit, but thank you. I appreciate that a lot. This was awesome. Being here was great. This was such a cool thing to be able to do. And if I can plug one more movie that's not like a true story thing, but it's a movie that's presented as if it's a true story, so maybe we can run with that. And it does not get enough love. It is absolutely creepy and weird and wonderful. It's called Lake Mungo. Australian film. I saw some stuff popping off in the chat earlier about that. I think Jan was mentioning it. Lake Mungo is a found footage horror film that's presented as a documentary about a young girl who dies, or who disappears, rather, but everyone's sort of certain that she dies. And to say too much more would be to give it away, but it's about her family trying to mourn and move on and figure out what happened to her. Really, really fascinating film. 2008, I think. Lake Mungo.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
It does not get enough love. Give it a watch. I think you'd find it all kinds of free services right now. Maybe Plex,
Cool.
I think.
You can find a lot of good movies on. I like the more indie things. I like the. I don't want to watch the blockbuster. I want to see the independent film. I want to see. Those seem to be, in this day and age, the better films. The stuff that's, that all the money's pumped into, the stuff they're telling everybody they have to watch. It all seems to suck. It's those weird random movies that come out that are actually really good. I love the indie movies. I love the independent films.
Was it Lake Mungo or Mongo? Like
Mungo. Mungo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an actual
Okay.
place.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at the movie poster. It looks pretty cool.
And if you're like a gore hound or anything, you're not going to find much there. But if gore turns you off, this is the movie for you. There's not a lot of blood and gore. It is definitely creepy. A buddy of mine just watched it for the first time and texted me like, that is the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, great. I don't know if I'm going to watch that.
I don't feel that way. But it's scary in a different way.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
probably like it. I'm going to check this out because I'm not a big fan of the gore stuff.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Just for gore, gore for gore's sake, but
Yeah, definitely none of that there.
Well, I see someone mention Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Betty Davis, right?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
wonderful.
So good. And that's creepy, man. That is a creepy movie. But not
great.
scary so much as just creepy.
Yeah, unnerving.
Yeah, unnerving. Yeah.
So much good shit in the chat. I see Henry, Portrait of Serial Killer. Some people were really speaking my language earlier, talking about Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we got a hell of a chat over here.
Yeah.
Between all these channels we're live on, and once again, thanks everybody for watching. 279 people wasting their time with us on a Friday night. I do appreciate that, each and every one of you coming from all across the internet here watching this with us. We do appreciate you, and we do got a wonderful chat here. A lot of intelligent people that come in here.
Yep.
I like it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, yeah, I think we pretty much summarized all of that. We're almost we've almost been 2 hours and 40 minutes going over. So let's go on ahead and wrap this up. What do y'all think? Gutters Pub. What do you got coming up this week for us?
I have my normal Tuesday nights. And we'll probably, just be doing our normal Tuesday night stuff. And then it'll depend on Friday Coffee Club on how everything goes. So, yeah, that's about it so far.
All right, well, everybody, make sure you check out Gutters Pub. Nathan, I know you always got some crazy stuff. Are you lighting anything on fire? Are you melting any like diamonds or gemstones or doing anything cool? You're muted. We can't hear you, Nathan. You're muted.
I'm sorry, I got Crypto Alchemist coming in next week or so, and we're gonna start doing some testing, man. We're gonna just put the lightning out and have fun, man. He's gonna stay here for a little while with me and do a ton of tests. So it's gonna be awesome, man. It's just set my channel on fire.
Fun.
I like Crypto Alchemist. I like that guy. He's super cool. He's super smart too. I always like talking to him. Yeah.
Yay.
So everybody do go over there. I know Nightbot has been dropping it over here, but if you type in Old Man Builds, you'll find all kinds of fascinating stuff. I always love your stuff. I don't always understand it, but I like listening and learning.
Love it.
All right. So, LW, you going to be covering any college football? What do you got going on?
I might this weekend, super busy as always, but I will say I had a great time tonight. It was a blast. Thanks for the special guest and everybody on panel. And the man, the myth, the legend, the Mr. Producer Baker dropped the link for the website. If anybody wants to go, click on that link. And yeah, it was fun.
What is that link? Say it out loud.
It's Abbinormal.com.
There you go. Go to Abbinormal.com. If you want to be a guest on the show, you want to reach out, you want to do anything, go to Abbinormal.com. Go on ahead. There's a link right there. You can watch the live shows right there. You can, email us and be a guest on the show or ask questions or, we will feature your questions, anything like that. Shoot us an email. KJ, you got any beautiful new songs coming up for us?
Yeah, I might be throwing down some old Patsy Cline for you.
Crazy. Crazy for feeling.
That's right. But yeah, that's it. Got a busy week coming up, and of course it's Halloween week, so lots of things going on with my little one and such. So I'm excited about this week, and it was such a fun show. I love talking about all the horror movies. I'm looking forward to next Friday. So yay!
Nice.
Woo woo.
All right. Yep, there's the woo woo. I was waiting for it. All right, Larry Zonka, absolute awesome guest. You're invited to come back anytime you want. Talk about crazy topics with us. Having you on, and getting to know you, and you know what I mean. You're a good friend, and thank you for coming here. You got any last? You don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
No, I don't. Nobody will find anything about me if they try looking. But thank you so much for having me. I would do this anytime you ask. This was such a wonderful experience. I appreciate you all being so welcoming. The chat is awesome. This was so cool. Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Next time we do movies, man, you got to come back.
For
and
sure.
other stuff, whatever.
Oh, PJ was saying something about a movie, Bad Taste. It's Peter Jackson. Bad Taste is great. But he was saying, they were saying Steve Jackson. It's Peter Jackson, the Lord of the Rings guy, did this weird alien movie, Bad Taste. Sorry, I noticed that.
I like it. Hey, you're welcome to come back anytime. You can always shoot me ideas. You know how to get in touch with me. You ever got a good idea you want to do a show on? We like to touch on crazy topics, and we don't believe. We like conspiracies. I don't necessarily believe them all, but they're fun to talk about. It makes it fun. You put stuff out there, talk about crazy stuff, and some people want to watch. It's always fun. But yeah, you are an absolute golden guest. You are welcome back.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, thank y'all.
Yeah, so thank you. So guys, everybody out there, make sure you do go check out www.abbinormal.com. gmail.com. And we will try to go live Sunday night. Been a really busy week for me, but we'll try to go live Sunday night with trivia. Once again, Sunday night live chat trivia. And we got the programs going. We got everything. You just type in the chat 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's really fun. So I will try to do that again. Next Friday night, we are doing kind of a throwback. It is Halloween night, so it's going to be like Ghost to Ghost. We're going to have the call-in line back up and running. Baker will be here again. Damn it, Baker not being here.
How dare you.
Love you, Baker, though.
How dare you have a
happy
life
birthday.
other than this?
I know.
Right.
Happy birthday to, Papa Baker.
Yeah,
Happy
Papa
birthday,
Baker
Pops.
Day.
So, yeah, we